And I'm muted. Y'all ain't say nothing. I'm finna play some more Rainbow Siege. Y'all already know what time it is. Just let me finish this little game right quick. This sellout ass sport. Wow. That nigga missed a pull up. Alright, what the fuck? MJ in a building. Shout out to you, sis. I don't know, man. Just opening up the bar. Oh, shit. Man, this basketball 2K22. 2K22, they got me. But it was on sale like $20. And you know, they charge like $80. Wow. They said that motherfucker on fire. Why he didn't even pass him? I was ready that time. Oh, man, cuz bald people don't know what to do with real hair. So you know. Why did he not run to the 3-point line? What? Right. I should have played it before I went to live. We was winning. Dang, he passed that shit through me. That's crazy. That shit is crazy. So I know what time it is now. Oh shit. Let me put that nigga out there. My bad. Whoa, whoa. They don't let let you watch the live no more. You used to be able to watch the people play live. What the fuck happened to that? That was like a big thing on PlayStation 4. You upgraded to PlayStation 5 and now I can't watch. Now I can't watch the live. What you doing? Oh, this Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six Siege. I gotta roll up though. And I got a Swisher leaf. It was just sitting there. Bet. Yeah. Go Mizzle in a Bizzle. What's up, big dog? It's the big dog. Positive energy received. Sending positive energy back. Shout out to you, big dog. Team Ujima was first. And I was watching that live stream today. And I said it. I was like, well, what Team Ujima gonna do is, I said, hell no, boy. That nigga Gold Mine is exactly that. He's a gold mine. That boy, there's something else. Team Ujima, big dog. We was first, motherfuckers. We was first. Y'all came after us in season 2. We was first. Nah, I always play games on my channel. No, I'm not. I had a gaming channel because Bingo, me and Bingo and Monster and all of them, we was playing Grand Theft Auto like real tough before Monster went to jail and shit, right? So we had that I got the snapping off gaming channel, but nah. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. I play dominoes. We play cards. Play PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. Yeah. Shout out to Nichols Pickles. Yeah, and we was playing dominoes first. Nah, hold on. What was you playing? No. Psychopathia was playing dominoes first. Psychopathia was playing dominoes first. But we was definitely playing dominoes first out of that S.V.D.L. Shout out to Melanated Goddess, man. Peace and powers and peace. Yeah, man. Motherfuckers ain't shit. And then motherfuckers talk about S.T.E.M. One of my first debates was, which is a greater tool for our people, the upliftment of our people, the Bible or S.T.E.M. Back when everybody was in the Bible, we was standing on S.T.E.M. We was standing on S.T.E.M. Just don't waste my time. It's in the Domino's today. What? Shout out to Brother Moses was over there. Yeah, Brother Moses had a domino tourney. That's crazy. I took a nigga from his God and I gave him one. Took him from the Most High and gave him stimulus. Damn. Damn. My debate was which can be the better tool for the upliftment of our people, the Bible or stimulus. And Blue was standing on the Bible at that time. Now he on stimulus. So who you learning from? This my shit. This my year. Everything coming back. I can play Uno and Solitaire. Man, Uno cool. I'm not letting nobody play Solitaire no more around me, man. That's a depressing ass game, man. That's some real depressing ass shit. You up there trying to beat yourself. Oh, I love it. You gonna stay by the rules. You gonna pick the card and move it out the way. I'm like, yep, I'm winning again. Motherfuckers cheat they self. You want to play solitaire? Yeah, I want to play solitaire. You know how to play solitaire? I asked you, did you want to play? Of course I know how to play. Just because you asked me, do I want to play, don't mean you know how to play. You could have called somebody else playing. Well, if I saw somebody else playing and I'm asking you to play, then obviously I know how to play. How is that obvious? I done seen a lot of people do a lot of stuff and ask them to do it, and I don't know how to do it. What type of fool asks a motherfucker to do some shit that he done seen another motherfucker do that he don't know how to do? Solitaire. That's what solitaire is. I was like, damn, my card did not come up. I'm moving my car. I'm truly impressed with what black people can do with their voices, regardless of the message. Gospel is lit. Yeah. Gospel is hard as hell. Never would have made it. Better than he got it. Man, and then women are hella spiritual because y'all connected to the spiritual side. Men are so fucking carnal and, you know, fleshly, so worldly. Yeah, that shit means something to y'all for real. But I wish I get melanated goddess to catch the Holy Ghost with MJ and all the rest of the females, because men can't catch the Holy Ghost. You know what I'll do if I could catch the Holy Ghost? Man, I'll catch the Holy Ghost and go defend something. How mama doing, melanated? I love you, sis, man. Strength to you. For real. Look, I love that shit. Look. Where he at? Don't walk to the smoke. It's poisons. Uh-oh, we in the room. We in the room. Come get me, motherfucker. Man, strength to you. Strength to you, sis. That's how I was. I was just telling them the other day I had to take care of my mama in her last years. You know what I'm saying? Strength to you. All right. Blunt is road. And I got my drink. Ugh. Ugh. Agua. Shabo in the building. We ride on chrome. Man, that's hard. That shit real. We social beings, man. We need to know. We need that energy. We need that charge. We need, that stuff that let us know, hey, no, it's not a matrix, nigga. It's some real people out there that give a fuck about me and keep me in their prayers, their wishes, they're my cash app. They bug me when I come through and I don't feel like being bugged. This shit is real, man. This shit is real. I ride on chrome. Man, feel good to be back at the original argument league. Motherfuckers tried to get us the fuck up out of there. Man, it's the M to the J to the What's good, fam?
What's going on, Swab? How are you today?
Man, you already know I'm holding it down on my side of town.
I hear that. I hear that. Today been a very interesting day on my side of town.
What's up? You feel like sharing
Oh
with me?
man, uh we had a terrorist attack today in the city. Yeah, we had a
On the subway?
yeah.
I saw that. It was a shooting and a failed explosion.
Well, technically, it wasn't an explosion. What it was a man who came dressed like a MTA employee with a vest. And when he stopped at the train, the N train on the 25th Street, he gets onto the train and he puts on a gas mask. He throws a smoke canister in the gas mask and started shooting while on the train. So everybody had to stay in the cart with with this person shooting at everybody all the way into 36th Street. And then he mysteriously knew how to take off all his gear and he dipped.
And wiggled through the crowd like he
It
was
go
running
right through the
everybody.
crowd like he was a victim. So
Man,
16 injuries, 10 people got shot. One person in critical but stable conditions. So, like, I mean, this happened in Brooklyn. The bad part about it, the alleged suspect, is a black man who did this. And the people who got hurt on a train in that part of Brooklyn are Asian and Jewish people. They were the
nah,
main
black
ones
people.
who got shot.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's really like high alert and crazy in the city. Luckily, I was off work today, but I received the message like early in the morning because of what my job is and what my profession is. But
Yeah.
it doesn't look good. It really doesn't look good for uh black men in general with this shit because the governor is talking about like a whole crackdown,
On
and
black men.
it's pretty much. I mean, they don't say those terms, but we know when they talk about we're gonna put a stop to this and we're gonna put an end to this. We know who that usually they're addressing, and I think like, and that's been on my mind right now, like
How couldn't it be? You're there. Shit, with black males in your
yeah,
face.
but I mean, it's more like it's been on my mind about like the few good black men. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
at this particular time, like the good black men who has good intentions and are not doing like the fuckery. Like I feel like this is the time where those men, like guys like yourself, y'all have to come a group and come a collective and disassociate yourself because it's going to be a real crackdown across this country, and y'all gonna and it's gonna be y'all as the targets, straight up. Like the new laws and everything that they're gonna implement when it comes down to the black femicide, when it comes down to those killings that black men was doing with their significant others and they were streaming it on IG. You have the FBI and the CIA investigating and looking out with all the stuff that's going on the internet, on YouTube with the incels and the manosphere and stuff like that. And the target is on black men, and I feel that the good black men is going to get caught up in that swoop if they do not dissociate themselves, or they do not do not be the forefront to try to prevent or stop it when it knows that it's men like them that's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to show a sense of force now that you're not involved and you don't accept that.
That ain't me. That ain't my culture. Niggas better stand up.
Yeah, like
Niggas better
I'm
stand up.
dead serious. Knowing knowing the things that I know and foreseeing the things that I see that's going on. Like if it's not a collective movement for the men who are not about that life, you're going to get swept up when they're ready to do the sweep. When they're ready to do the sweep and it's coming, you're going to get caught up if you don't disassociate yourself. And that's like it's like a like it's like a big flag that just flew over my face, like shit. like
Yeah.
shit is like seriously real, like real, because most of, like, even with the Asian hate bill that we have in New York City, that didn't even stem for the majority of people who was hurting the Asians out here. The majority of people who was hurting the Asian out here was white people. But they created the Asian hate bill when it was EDPs and black men who are homeless and things of that sort, who was also attacking Asian people during the time we was locked down. They they made that bill for black people. You see what I'm saying? Like, that bill was for protection from Asian people, from black people, not from white people. So, like, the more that, like, certain things happen, like recently with that black man in and I think it was in New York too, or upper New Jersey, that black man who beat that Asian woman, he hit that punched that Asian woman 65 years old 125 times, you know, almost try to beat her to death, and it was all caught on video. And when, because he followed her into her elevator, into her building, you know, like, all of that is being shown, and it's always like the same person in their mind. It's always the same person as being shown doing these vicious attacks, right? And in my mind, is like, yo, like, you know, you have so many, you know, black men that say that they smart. They say that they know that the media is propaganda. They say that they know that the media only pushes the negative stories that they could about us. You know what I'm saying? And put the other ones at the back, or don't really, you know, mention them or talk about them. So why are you giving them any ammunition to even have a story about you on the news if you know that those are propaganda systems? You know that they're going to use whatever they can against you. And it's just like, I just like, it's like, to the point sometimes I feel you're so smart but you're dumb. You know what I'm saying?
That's it right there.
Like, you're smart and you dumb at the same damn time, because if you have all this information and knowledge and you're not doing what you need to do, you know, to prevent shit, you just sitting on this information and not doing anything with it. Like, I don't know. Like, this is
That's worse
ridiculous.
than dumb sometimes.
Shit.
That's worse than dumb sometimes. Yeah, no, that's. I mean, like I said, we've got people like New Era and certain groups, but it just got to be more. It just has to be a lot more. It has to be more uniform. It has to be across all 50 states, and I mean, it got to be uniform. There's just too much inconsistencies, we hear the conversation a lot of times. To me, those people that really be on that fuck shit, they ain't even worried about racism. They not worried about racism. That's just a convenient cry when they ass go to jail. Some stupid shit like
Yeah.
that. But man, whenever something happen with the police, oh, it's because I'm black. Like, nah, it's because you're a
You did something
criminal.
wrong, right?
You're a criminal, motherfucker. What the fuck?
I know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, and this is why I say that it's getting to the point where it's getting really, really deadly, because recently I just heard on the news over there in Grand Rapids, a African immigrant, um, he got shot and killed by the police, execution style, in front of his daughters and his wife, and in front, and also a local governor, a council member witnessed it, because he was at some like park or something that they have out there, and they shot him in the back of the head, execution style, no lie. Like, for them to even be that gold to do that in broad daylight, in front of everybody, in front of his children, there is no reason whatsoever that they can even explain why they had to shoot someone in the back of their head. Like, it's getting really wicked. It's getting to that point where it's going to be no return. And I don't want the men who are not about that crazy foolishness, you know what I'm saying, or the derelict shit. I don't want them to get swooped up. But I mean, I can't do anything about it. Y'all gonna have to do something about it. Y'all gonna have to make the stand. Y'all gonna have to make the statement for yourself to disassociate yourself from the bullshit and the fuckery. If you don't, you're gonna get swooped up with all of them. You're gonna get they're not gonna say, oh, they're not gonna do their research to find out if you are with that fuck shit or you are a.
And a lot of the times, if they do, they still gonna find something. Because on paperwork, I mean, when a motherfucker looks at you got a felon, they don't give a fuck what you've been doing the past 15, 20 years. You know, if they want to use that information against you, they're gonna use that information against you. You high risk. You affiliated in the high crime area. You got a lot of motherfucking people that you affiliated with. They just got arrested for some drugs or a gun or domestic or some shit. And shit, that's enough. Because that's how they look at it. You know, a lot of the times it ain't the person, it's the people around them that allows them to be that person. So they got to take down that shit too. They got to try to disrupt the women that, you know, fuck with them in that way, and the dudes that hang with them. Like, man, they want to get horrible. 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 And motherfuckers is like legitimizing the criminality of black dudes. Like when motherfuckers admitting, yeah, I'm a killer, I'm a robber, I'm on lean, I'm on pills, I want to hit this girl, fuck this girl.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
And that's
get these
why,
niggas the fuck up out of here, man.
that's
We
what
not
I'm
wasting
saying.
no more
That's
time.
how you gotta disassociate yourself. You like, when you got people up here willingly saying that they're all about that fuckery and that bullshit, you gotta disassociate yourself from them. There's no way that you can't sit by them and just be like, well, okay, I mean, that's what you want to do, but I'm not like that. They're not. They're gonna go, like, if you hanging with that person, you vibing with that person, you are that person. They're going, that's how they're going to view it. Y'all share the same type of traits. Y'all share the same type of characteristics. That's how they're going to believe it. So it has to be an act of showing, you know, disassociation, that you're not a part of that.
And we not just not a part of, but against it.
Yeah, you have to show
silence ain't enough, you know.
Yeah, silence is not gonna cut it. Silence is not gonna cut it now. Like, that shit was crazy. Like, they still haven't even found the motherfucker. Like, we still haven't been found yet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Crazy.
and the way how everything fell down, that shit seemed like he planned that shit for a very long time. I felt bad for the children in the schools that was around in that area. All the schools a mile radius from that train station was on lockdown for the whole day. Like, they couldn't go nowhere. They had to literally hide in place. You know what I'm saying? And shit is bugged. Like,
And you said the dude on the train, nobody died?
No, nobody died, thank God.
It was a nigga. Hey, that's crazy. That was a white person. He had to took him out a few motherfuckers. Niggas can't even do wrong right. That's fucked up.
What the fuck?
You can't even do wrong right. How you fail at that? Like, let's stop. We ain't got it in us. We ain't got it in us, man.
Wrong.
That's crazy, but he got away.
Yeah,
They didn't beat his ass. Usually they'd beat your ass. Especially them
everybody was scared. See, that's the thing, because the smoke canister, it was like, you know, it was pretty much like tear gas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that basically made everybody, like, their eyes is burning, they can barely breathe, they can't see, you know. And then that's why nobody even really knew who was even shooting. He was just popping off on the train, and they had to stay on the fucking train with this person popping off with smoke until they hit to the 36 train station. So that's literally 10 blocks. They was on a train with this motherfucker for 10 blocks before they can even get out. So as soon as the train stopped, that's when everybody was just at the door ready to just leave. Like the ones who got hit got hit. So the people in the train helped them and carried them out and laid them on the floor and try to give them, EMT services and stuff. But everybody was just trying to just dip after that point. They were just trying to just get
Yeah,
out.
I saw the people that was on the deck when the people opened the train and started running. They start running because it was reported to me as a failed explosion,
Yeah,
which
that's
I
what
could
they
see
initially
people was
said
thinking. Yeah,
because that's what they initially said because the guy was supposedly seen with a backpack, so they was thinking that he did have explosions as well. But the way how he did it, I don't think he was trying to like set off a bomb on that train station. He was just having a shooting free, and maybe later on he was probably thinking about bombing something else. But see, the thing about it is the train was actually going into the city. It was actually going into Manhattan. So
and
even
they
if he
was like,
was,
"Oh shit."
yeah, so even if he was, that was where he was heading. You know what I'm saying? He was heading to the city. If that was the case of like having any type of bomb situation or IED situation. So,
Man,
and it's funny too because I don't know if he did let off something else in there because they said some of the victims had shards in their legs and stuff like that. That's why they
like
said it
a
was
pipe bomb or something.
yeah, exactly. So they had little pieces of shard and glass and all that stuff in their legs and stuff. So I was like, oh shit.
Hell yeah, oh shit. Hmm. That's crazy, man. New York, y'all got to do better. What's that? What is that? East Coast hate.
I see this. I knew y'all wish y'all gotta do better. Please.
Hey, yeah, nah. I saw you in the chat that one time. Yeah, I be talking the shit. Knowledge Born Allah used to get on me about that too. Like, yeah, with the New York hate.
I
Yeah.
know. Like all
It's
these
just
people.
hard. It's hard for a Midwestern motherfucking New York, man. It is. It is. You got to come out there and go crazy because niggas, y'all just try each other in New York all day for nothing. I don't even understand it. It's just like,
So not true. We do not try. No, let me tell you something. Most people who come to New York, they say that New Yorkers are the most rudest people they ever been around because initially when you're in New York, everybody's just trying to get to point A and point B. Nobody really trying to deal with each other. We already crowded with mad fucking people and shit. And then if you're one of those people who have to be on a train and shit, you're around so many different cultures and all that stuff like that, different smells, and you gotta deal with the motherfucking the homeless and who comes on and stays in the trains and stuff like that, and they'll literally air out a whole a whole train cart with that smell.
so
And
it ain't that it's not true. It's that y'all got reason to be rude.
well, yeah, I mean, it's like in New York, it's like people always have to have their guard up. You see what I'm saying? Like when you're like in New York in general, there's just the vibe. You have to have your guard up. You cannot not have your head on a swivel. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not no laid back area.
New
You got.
York. That's how we think about. Like we don't see
I
the
always think about like Times Square and shit.
like. Man, how the fuck you rude in Times Square? What the fuck is wrong with you, dog? But
No,
yeah,
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like we have our fun, and especially when it's holiday, we get very holiday-ish and festive and shit like that. But
they look go
it
crazy.
comes with the fucking territory sometimes. A lot of liquor, and crammed spaces can cause
Designer
conflict.
clothing. A lot of designer bags, you know. Shit, motherfuckers in a bag of that motherfucker. It's like shit. Ain't
Yeah,
nobody slipping and they pimping. New York do it. You know, y'all know, like nigga, you got to get money, nigga. You got to get money. You got to get money.
that is true. That is
Yeah,
true.
y'all know that shit from the beginning. Like you got to get money. We don't be thinking about that shit. It just one day we be like, man, you ain't got no money. Oh shit. Oh, nobody thought about getting money. Like we, go to school and then this hustle, you get, But I don't know. It's like as long as you got people, you will be broke for a long time because you'll be valuing the people around you and not really valuing like money. So it'll be like you'll run into some money and then let's barbecue, let's get drunk, let's get out. Don't nobody be like, man, put that money up and say that shit for when your knees get out on you. You know what I'm saying? But
Nah, you better put that. You gotta have that money up. The money talks
you
out
gotta
here.
have that bread,
Else,
talk your shit.
everything else, it don't matter. You can't put that money up. We ain't talking.
We ain't talking to you about
We ain't
God, relationship. It ain't nothing. You ain't got no money.
there ain't nothing to talk about right
You ain't got no advice for me, fam. You ain't got. But I've been a monk in the mountains all my life.
Good. Go
You been
take your
getting that
monk
money.
ass and go get some money. Like for real.
Hey, you ain't got no monk money. You can't tell me
Exactly.
shit, fam.
Like we know you ain't broke. Like you've been acting like a pauper for years. You holding all that fucking dough. Like stop
Uh,
playing.
yeah, that's what it is. Motherfuckers, it's just motherfuckers don't respect you if they got no money. If they don't gotta respect you. Like where I'm from, if you can't whoop me, I ain't gotta respect you. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I'll take all that shit from you, fam. I'll talk to you like a straight bum. I don't give a fuck what you pull up in. Other places, it's like if you come correct, motherfucker, like my nigga.
You know what's funny? I think that's only certain areas in that's certain areas. Like certain areas in New
Mhm.
York, it's about like if you can't beat me, then you can't speak to me. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
and they'll test you and see like I want my five. Like we can go around the corner. I want my five. If you talking all that shit. But then you have the other areas where it's just all about the money. Like if you ain't
yeah. You got your bag. You my boy. You
right,
together? Let's get it. I said, damn.
right,
Talk shit to the broke niggas out
yeah, exactly. Like pretty much.
there.
That's be like that's
Man,
comedy hour right there. Look, what are those?
I ain't
What
on
are
my
those?
life.
They're in Tim's. What are those?
And them heavy ass petticoats y'all keep buying and shit. I ain't really fuck, man. Nah, that's Chicago too. Chicago money getting motherfucker. They a
No,
small metropolis, but at the end of the day, they not willing to do certain shit for money. Like New York grimy.
you got a grind out there.
New York is grimy. New York is grimy. Like everywhere grimy now, but New York is historically grimy. Like that's where you go to be grimy. And I'm like,
You got
that's what it is. Like you
that New
know,
York hate again. It's popping out,
yeah.
popping
I mean,
out.
shit, prove me wrong. I don't know, but it's
No,
like motherfuckers
I
robbed
don't.
their
I don't
best
think
friend. Their
New
best
York.
friend hit that
It's not
bag.
grimy. Like New York to me is not grimy. There's just a cold. There's a cold out here, and if you violate that code, you getting washed up. That's just what it is. I mean, other
Yeah.
than that,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, New York has been able, like, it's one of them places that especially black people, been able to solidify a culture and evolve it and push it and militarize it and force it. Like, now y'all got religions everywhere. You know, all
mhm.
like y'all been on that game early. You know, it's slower other places, but
Right, right.
but once motherfuckers catch on, they don't play. See, a lot of motherfuckers be lax because they know they got it. But when
Mm,
the motherfucker turn around and be like, "Oh, hold on," boom! Like, damn, what was that about? I'm
right,
done playing with niggas. I'm
right.
done playing with niggas. So what's up? You know what I'm saying? But you know, yeah. But that culture has just been able to develop and evolve and win and lose, and So yeah, that's just the maturity of the East Coast, specifically New York. A lot of places, we ain't collectivizing and it's real simple to just come in and be influential. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas ain't got the plug on shit. Niggas ain't got the plug on shit. You come from a big city to some of these places. You know how it is. I mean, it's smaller places on the East Coast, but you come into town, it don't matter what it is. You rapping, you doing insurance, nigga. You enrolling niggas in college, whatever. Shit, you damn
Right.
near taking over.
Right. I mean, like I would say that. when it comes down to the East Coast, it doesn't even matter if you're going up the border or down the border. We find a way to like do business with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people from New York, when you go back in generations to generations, most of their family is all from the South. You know what I'm saying? Like there's been a big, like even back when the roaring 20s in Harlem and all that stuff like that, most of those people was from the South that went up there. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of New Yorkers, their roots is from Virginia. Their roots is from North Carolina, South Carolina, New Orleans, Florida, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where their is. So even when we're New Yorkers, but it's never been one point in our life that we ain't never traveled down the road, the I-95. We all been down that I-95 and had to visit some family member or some grandmother.
And that's why that hustle different. That's why that hustle different, because it's just like me when I come to a bigger place, it's like all these people, like I'm impressed with it. I want to be part of it, and it's like a lot of motherfuckers take that shit for granted. Like people really move for jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Like and motherfuckers, I started calling Indianapolis Gary-napolis, because everybody from Gary, they got some sense. Move to Indianapolis, get a job, and their kids is born in Indianapolis.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, that makes sense. They come from the South. Tequila talking about, yeah, all her family's from South Carolina. You Baltimore? Baltimore, man, I don't know what's up with Baltimore, man. What happened to Baltimore, Tequila? What happened to Baltimore, man? Like, I'm looking around, man. I see New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? All the boroughs in New York. Baltimore, I see Boston. What's the Boston? Hey, that nigga called.
That's one thing New Yorkers don't do. New Yorkers don't fuck with people in Boston. like, listen, we had a vendetta with Boston ever since like 1920s with the Yankees and the fucking Red Sox. We just don't fuck with each other. We don't mix. We are like oil and water. Like fuck them. Like for real. They sometimes they'll come up there and for a game just to start shit. And then we go down there at the game and start shit. Like that's how we are with Boston.
Like high school. Y'all doing it with states. Y'all doing it with cities and shit. Cities and states.
Like Boston just not what it is. Like it's just like I said, it's a vendetta. It's like an old like state vendetta. Like like no, we just don't deal with each other at all. We don't deal with each other at all. But then everybody else is like, yeah, we cool.
That's messed up. Now you ain't from Boston.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Boston dudes must not be even down south. They must have been up north.
Hell yeah, like for real. Like it's like I don't know. And Boston is different. It's different. And then it's like really, 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 really like, well, it's known to be really racist. Like the people there are very, very racist. So, yeah, so it's like, nah.
That's what I think of Boston. That's the Irish people and shit. They ain't got time.
Funny though, because yeah, there's a lot of Irish down there, but like we have a whole fucking Irish community up in New York, and most of I hate to say it, most of our police department, majority of them of the white people on the police department are Irish, and in the fire department. But it's like I said, it's different. It's different. Like they just be straight like wilding out. Like like you would be like you will be having fights like almost every freaking day in Boston by the type of racist that they're out there. Like it's ridiculous. Like you just can't even deal with it.
Yeah, no man. Well, yeah, I like to come out there, man, but I'm cool.
You should.
I like to come out there, man. It's like I don't know. We need a new New York, man. Y'all done burnt
Well,
New
I
York
mean, right
up.
now we're going through our growing pains because yeah, it's like literally like it's you remember that movie what is it called? London Has Fallen.
Yeah, America is
Yeah,
falling and all
yeah,
that shit.
like this.
Yeah.
That's what's happening to New York right now. Like the Empire State Building done fucking fell, right? Like it's falling. Like New York is going through a rebirth
Mm.
again, just like how we went through a rebirth in the 1980s, and just how we went through the rebirth in the 1940s and the 20s. We're going through that again. We're like in a fucking burning house,
And they
and
keep
it's
putting
all
y'all
around.
on, man.
Yeah.
We should have been let New York fall off, man. The rest of the country ain't got no chance. Like New York solidified the empire of America. They got the Empire State.
You so
They're the Empire State.
Nah, it's burning now. It's burning like
That's what I'm saying. So we need. They trying to make Atlanta it, but no, no, no. I'm not fucking with Atlanta like that, man. I'll give a fuck where Goody Mob from. Fuck yeah.
you so silly.
Beat your butt.
No, I don't think like I don't think if I don't know. I don't think Atlanta is going to be able to pull it off. I know a lot of people are hopeful, but I don't really think that Atlanta is going to be able to pull it off.
She said, I don't like the rest of the country. Let me find out Americans don't fuck with America. They're like, nah. If the rest of America was like where I was born, I'm with it. Man, I heard that. I heard that. Yeah, I mean, I think we should all go take over Vegas. All black people need to move to Vegas. All
No.
all black people that got some sense just
When
need to
was the last time you was in Vegas? Okay, because I'm gonna tell you the
November,
last time when I was in Vegas, and I'm
October.
not talking about the Vegas Strip. Like you got to go to real Vegas. Those motherfuckers look like walking fucking zombies.
We
Okay, they
gonna get
look
them up
like
out of there though. We gonna get them up
no,
out of
you
there.
don't want to get them up out of there. They look like the living fucking dead. Okay, they be zoning out. They be on the street by the bus stop, and they just be looking. Like and they'll
They
stay
doing
there
that
for
in here, and then man, I got into it. Man, I had to come outside and I come outside. And these motherfuckers, I go inside. They on the bus stop. I come
mm-hmm.
outside. They on the bus stop, knocked out or laying in the grass. One dude, he sleep with a blunt in his hand and that fake shit. Man,
Yeah,
that's
no.
that shit. Like, man, you don't do that shit here. Tequila in the building. But yeah, I was in Vegas in October, and I went to Vegas twice last year. But yeah, you right. Them
No,
motherfuckers
you
is
can't do
out
that.
there.
It's
And I'm
I'm telling you, it's the radiation. It has
saying
to
out
be
the
the
system.
radiation out there. It's
All I
the
want,
radiation.
It's the
all I
drugs.
want to
It's
say
the same
That
is
too.
thing it is everywhere else. It's the drugs.
They
the
tweaking, I
rest.
know, but damn. Like they be tweaking like a
They got
motherfucker.
radiated
Like
drugs. All right. Tequila, what you want to say? She said, all I got to say is I don't like the rest of the country.
All I want to say, yes, I don't like the rest of the country. Like I like to visit the rest of the country, but to actually live, nah.
To live outside of Baltimore sounds horrible.
I mean, living. I mean, up
I'll
the
be
upper northeast. I can do Baltimore. I can do Philly. Baltimore and Philly is very similar. It's almost. It's very very similar. I can do Philly.
uh-huh.
I mean, I used to visit New York a lot as a kid and Boston. Like when I say my whole family, everybody just went straight north. Everybody just went north and didn't look back. And we, we still go down South Carolina. We have a few family members that still live down there, and we visit. We got land in South Carolina too, but like the rest of the country is just slow and it's a little different. It's just it's
Kind of
different.
thing. Kind of thing. I know how I feel. I know how I feel now.
It's just not. It's just not this.
I
It's not
just
the
think
same.
y'all just I just think y'all just manipulative people and people that don't look for manipulative people, y'all call slow.
Man, I'm telling you, no, they are slow. Cause like I lived in Georgia for a little while. I actually lived in actual Atlanta for a little while. And
Uh,
while I was down there, like everybody kept talking about like how great Atlanta was, and I was just like, this place is slow as shit. This is a
slow.
slow ass state.
I heard that. Well, I ain't
I
been
mean,
there. Stay your
it's
quick
nice.
ass
I
up there.
like Atlanta. It's nice. It's very, very nice. And there's a lot of opportunity down there. But I'm just
Mhm.
saying, like, when you're used to a more faster paced life style,
Y'all get
it's just,
bored slow. Y'all get bored. Y'all, when
yeah,
you want to get up and eat, you want to get up and go eat. And I don't want to have to drive 40 minutes. When I want to go
right.
to the mall, I want to get a bar. I don't even care if I got a car. I'm catching the cab, grab one of
You
these
catch your bus, a cab, or you could just walk.
y'all
Like, we
restless.
could literally walk to malls and stuff in like corner stores and
Y'all
See, that's
restless.
because
bodegas and all of that.
Look at
you're
MJ.
not really in the you're not like really in the South. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why when you're in like a metropolitan city, those convenience stores, that's why they call them convenience stores, because they're convenient.
Yeah.
Whereas when you go to Georgia and Virginia and stuff like that, you
You
gotta
gotta go. You don't go to the store. You go in town. You
right,
going in
exactly.
town
You
today?
gotta go a
You gotta
mile and
actually
a half
drive,
to the
drive. Like,
next
what the
town
hell?
to go get something.
Mm-mm. And
That,
then it be all dark and quiet. Like, oh my God. Like, I need to go to sleep and hear noise. Like, I can't go to sleep and it's dead silence. I need to hear people outside yelling. I need to hear the fire engines or the ambulance or something. Like, dead
you
silence.
don't feel like that's like that's
No, I
you don't
can't
feel like that's
sleep.
kind of fucked up.
That used to be crazy for me. Like when we would visit family members, like in South Carolina and stuff,
Yeah.
or yeah, like and it'd be like dead quiet. Like what the fuck?
No, I'm
Like
faster
I would
than
be.
my
I
home.
used to. Mm-mm.
I'm faster than my
Hell
hometown.
no.
Like I'm a city dude. I'm a country dude, obviously, but I'm not country slow. I may not be city slick, but damn it, like nah, man. I'm clearly outdoing the competition, and it's making me feel like I'm too great. You know what I'm saying? And then I get older, and it's like, oh god damn, it was a whole nother world out there to conquer. You know, but yeah, I definitely get what you're saying. It's just the
That
Yeah.
expectation. It's the expectation. It's the
yeah, I
like
can't do too slow. Like I said, I used to live in Florida and I lived there for many years. And
Florida
it
slow.
got it got too
Hell
goddamn
yeah.
me.
Florida slow as
That's
shit.
why Florida say y'all be hating on them
No,
because they East Coast, but y'all don't fuck with them. But
but
they
the
East
funny thing
Coast.
about it is, Swab, majority of the people, like let's say in Orlando, right? Majority of
Damn.
the people of Orlando, guess where they're originally from?
New York.
New York. And
But
these
y'all still
motherfuckers
hate on
act like they
Orlando.
can't fucking drive. Like they act like, oh my God, like any little sign of fucking rain, they stop their car in the middle of the fucking highway. And they hide under the tunnels and shit like that. Like they act
Man.
like they can't drive. That like that's why car insurance is so dumb cheap out there because they be driving into fucking buildings and stores and stuff like that. Like it's there always an accident.
New
It's
York
always
don't fuck with the rest of America so bad. Florida is their tropical place and they still don't fuck with them. They
yeah.
rather be cold out here with these rats.
Florida ain't shit though. Like
Yeah, Florida ain't shit. It's
a lot
alright
of
to
people
visit,
give
but
Florida
fuck
clout
that. I
like
ain't
that.
living.
Like they're
I
really
ain't living there.
Y'all
shitty
don't
though.
fuck with it. Y'all New Yorkers, y'all supposed to make it great, but y'all just trying to concentrate all y'all greatness to the fact that y'all buildings is 300 stories high. Spread the fuck out. What are y'all doing? Y'all
I
don't want
like
nobody else
I
to be
like
great, man. Y'all can't
we
give us
like
no game.
I think I mean I grew up with having neighbors right next door. Like we used to just hop over. Our houses were connected. And they were huge houses,
First
but
of
they were
all,
connected.
ain't
And
nothing
like we would
better than a brownstone. And then if you once you, and until you live in a brownstone, you don't know how fly that shit is. Okay.
I mean, I get it because I've been in the projects. Projects are our version of brownstones. You know, it's like you got your space, but it's really a party going on around. You know what I'm saying? And at any moment, you know, somebody can barbecue or, you know, some shit like that. But y'all some haters, dog. I really can't let New York get away with this, dog. This is crazy. Y'all gonna just keep stacking y'all greatness up. Y'all could have been in. You know how great Florida would be, if y'all just fucked with it. right quick.
Florida is swampland. No.
That's
Swampland.
swampland. Too many damn
That
gators and
sounds like
shit.
some shit New
Hell
York
no.
call Florida.
First of
Like
all, you can't tell me nothing until you have a gator decides to be in your backyard or a gator want to be at your door, like they want to come inside and eat your fucking food, okay? Like
that's different.
you can't even leave your kids out in the yard to play because they could get scooped up by one of them fucking gators and shit like that, or the snakes and shit and stuff out of there. Like, no, it's a fucking
That's
swampland.
it.
They built a
And
goddamn
then like the bugs down there, crazy. Like it's a different breed of bugs in the South. Like but you know what? The rats up here are terrible. So I can.
Them
them
gators
damn
and rats,
geckos,
man.
yo. Those geckos that always try to get in your goddamn house. Like you don't have to deal with roaches in Florida. They don't have roaches and stuff like that. But geckos,
Because they got the shit that
geckos,
eat roaches. they don't,
yes.
they don't
But
gotta
those
worry about
motherfuckers are even worse. Like seriously, because they're multicolor and they blend into shit. So sometimes you can't even see them. Them motherfuckers be sitting in your carpet.
But
They
what they
be
do though, like geckos are like natural pets. Like that's nature's little gift. Roaches not. I wouldn't mind. If I looked
no,
up and I saw a gecko in the
gecko.
corner of my room right now, I wouldn't be mad. I'd be like, damn, can I
No,
keep him? Katrina, can I keep him?
no.
Hey, y'all ain't
I
fucking with
want
no
them fucking
gecko.
little ass geckos in your damn house. I'm telling you, you'll be fighting every time with the broom and shit, trying to kick those shit off because you don't want to kill it, right? It's like a little fucking lizard,
It's
but it's
too
like
big to
God,
kill. You got to crush bones and rip flesh. You
they
ain't got
don't
that in
got
your.
no bones.
Nah, like I said, I'll stick
You
with
get
the
them in
upper East Coast. I just can't. The rest of the country, I like to visit the rest of the country, but to actually
Florida
live,
have flying
hell
roaches.
nah.
They're called
Yeah, they got flying roaches
kissing
and stuff.
bugs.
Like, what the hell?
Yeah, they're called kissing.
No.
What about
Mm-mm.
Detroit?
No. It's, the people out there are country to me. The Midwest, I'm sorry, the Midwest is
Tequila, your
country.
country, tequila. Your
The
country.
Mid,
Your country.
yes.
I love
But
you.
I have a lot of Southern Belle in me because, my grandma was raised in the South. So I have a lot of her mannerisms. But
Y'all funny as fuck.
the Midwest is country. Y'all country.
Yeah, we country, but Detroit got a city. Detroit and
Uh,
Chicago, those are cities. Those are
yeah,
metropolitan.
they cities. Yes, and they
Last
are
time Detroit was
metropolitans, but they still country. Just like Atlanta is a city, is a metropolitan, but it's still a little country.
Y'all
yeah,
like Martin Lawrence and like.
So is Charlotte
yeah,
in North Carolina. That's country as shit.
yeah. Charlotte definitely that is country.
Is it
Hmm.
metropolitan though?
Yes, it
It's,
is.
it's it's getting metropolitan though.
Well, it's getting there.
Yeah, it's
It's
getting
almost
more there.
there.
Like
I
right
looked at
now,
that metropolitan like Indianapolis was metropolitan. Like we got a part of the city that got a monument, but it's a country ass motherfucking city. We just got a metropolitan ish area. But to me, once when you driving around, this shit country as hell. I don't go for what the house it look like.
I mean, we have areas in New York that looks country that's not like all stacked up. Like if you're talking about like the city, yeah, like the boroughs, yes, everybody's stacked up on each other. But like if you go to Staten Island or if you go further out to Long Island or if you go upstate, ain't nothing but country life upstate. Like there ain't nothing out there.
Yeah,
Like those
Y'all
people
like
fucking
like
Buffalo is real
yeah,
country.
Buffalo is super country. Like those motherfuckers for fun, they play in the mud with their
Hmm.
fucking go
all right, man. I'm
karts.
gonna holler at y'all tomorrow, man. MJ just fucked up the whole stream. She just
What?
said, she said, motherfuckers up north playing mud.
They do.
Y'all don't fuck with
All they
nobody.
listen, upstate New York, like all the way up in
Buffalo,
Buffalo
New York
going
niggas
to
playing mud.
they play in mud
Buffalo,
and all they
yeah,
do
they
is
country
drink.
as hell.
All they do is drink. They don't have nothing to do out there. Like you would think that they are on reservations. Like they have nothing out there to do. It's nothing out there to do. Straight up. They'll tell you themselves. All they do is play in the mud with their go karts and shit, get their cars dirty and shit, and they fucking tip goddamn cows over. when the cows are sleeping, they tip them. They tip
You can
the
tell they was able
motherfuckers
to talk
over.
that shit for
And
a long
what's
time.
it's places like Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is real country. Um, it's some places, a whole lot of places in Maryland is country. Like the outskirts,
Yep.
it's real country.
Yep.
Like you would think
Yeah,
you like in a deep south or
Yeah.
somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
It's real
Yeah.
yeah,
country.
damn. Mighty
Amish
Hebrew.
people and stuff. Like we have places that's like nothing but straight Amish people,
Yeah.
looking like they
I'm in.
living in
Yeah.
the early 1900s.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a little bit of this rooted in white supremacy, man. Y'all attitude toward being looked at as country. Like we not slow. We like y'all. We quick. We fast. Look at our bags. Look at the house. Y'all see that?
Mm-mm.
Nah.
Hell no.
Fuck that, nigga. That's the thing to do. This. Yeah, y'all need to pick up some, nigga. Nah, that's hard though. Yeah, I think New York is undeniable. You know what I'm saying? New York is definitely undeniable. Watching live and direct from Tanzania, East Africa, originally from North Philly. Look at him, Mighty Hebrew in the building, North Philly in the building, man. I
Right.
see. Yeah, nah. Hey, Mighty Hebrew. You like the rest of America? Is they slow?
They slow. He gonna say they slow.
Is that you think people up north will be more civilized, but these hillbillies down south? Then these hillbillies
No.
down south, right?
Absolutely not. You would think nobody, but that's not true.
They
No.
went too goddamn far
But
north.
you know what? Up north people are some of the most rudest, uncivilized, disrespectful people.
And
I
I
will
guess
say
that
that.
was like real nice what you just said about them.
No, it's the truth. Like the further you go north, they
They
don't
just
they
turn
don't
back in the
know how to
country
socialize
again.
with people. They don't
They
know how.
don't know how to socialize with people.
No, they don't know how to
No,
socialize or talk to people. Like it seems like they only deal with the people that's in their area. Like if you don't go to the same school, y'all don't go to the same church, y'all not living in excuse me, y'all not living in the same community and stuff like that. Like they
Yeah.
don't know how to talk to you, communicate with you, show the same type of respect, anything. They'll be all up in your business, all in your face. They're the type of people who be waiting outside. You go out there to go visit somebody. They want to know how you know that person. They start asking questions and shit. Like mind your
Hey,
fucking business.
y'all hate that shit too. Y'all
Like us
city
city,
ass.
like us city people and the New Yorkers, we try our best not to go upstate New York for nothing.
We be like,
Nothing.
hey, yo, listen, just don't kill them on my porch, fam. Y'all don't give a fuck.
but
Nah.
you know what? What I will say is, when I was a little girl, and like I said, when we would go down south to visit family and stuff, what used to freak me out was how everybody would always speak to me and talk to me. I was not used to.
That's
Like, why are
crazy.
these people speaking to me? They was
See
like,
what I'm
"Killer, just
saying?
speak
That
back."
ain't okay.
That
That
was
is not
weird to me.
okay.
I'm sorry. It was weird. They be like, "Hi, little girl. Hi, sweetie pie," and I'm like,
Like, what the
"Why are
fuck?
these
You
people
wild?
speaking to me?"
No, you know what? She's right though, because like when I was younger, before I actually got used to like going down south all the time, like when everybody's saying hello and good morning and all this stuff like that, what the
That
fuck?
shit was weird.
Like
I was like,
why
"What is
the fuck
wrong
you
with
talking to
everybody?"
me?
Is it still weird? Is it still
I mean,
weird?
I'm used to it now.
No,
I know,
it's not.
especially
I'm
like
not.
when I go down south, I know Tequila, you got to speak. Because up here, I just be walking, keep it moving. We may
Mm,
nod at each
Speak.
other. If I have to speak, I will speak. But I
like
mean,
I
most
said,
times
it's
you don't have
different.
to speak.
It's different. Like when you're down south, like especially now, you know that you need to greet people and say hello, and especially if they look like they want to say hello, but they're hesitating, you say hello back and stuff like that. But in like up here in New York, you better keep it moving. Don't be fucking talking to nobody. Like you even just saying hi might even be a setup.
Be
You
like, what's
can't
up?
just
What's
say.
up?
You just can't say hi to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody stop you and say hi might be a whole
Yeah.
fucking setup to kidnap your ass, come get you, scoop you up, or
Mhm.
try to rob you at the fucking bank. You can't say hi to people. You got to keep it moving. You got to get
Right.
to point A to point B. That's
Especially
why I
a
said you
woman.
Yeah.
think
A
that
woman can't speak to nobody. Like she want me, son. Yo, did you still
facts. Like,
speak
oh my
to me?
God, you can't even do that up
Son,
in here in New
you
York.
smiled, son.
Yep. Straight up. Like, seriously. Like, you got to have tunnel vision because if you even make one move just to look and glance who's in your vicinity, somebody's going to construe that as you trying to holler at them or give them energy that you want them to approach you, and they like all up in your face. Yo, what's up? How you
Nobody
doing?
said, and I guess that's the thing with the hospitality. I said, like they not only do they speak to you, but they speak to you like they already know you.
Yeah,
They speak to you
that's
like
what I'm
you feel
saying. That
like,
shit freaked me
yeah,
the hell out. I'm like, is these people trying to take me away or something? Like, what is wrong with these folks?
they just
It
it's
was weird. It was weird.
that's
Like
when
I,
you value people more than money. That's when you value people more than money. You know, it got to be a balance. You got to have a balance because you
and
know.
I'm telling you, when nighttime hit, I hated it. Ugh, because it was quiet and you could hear like crickets and stuff outside, and
I heard
you could
something
hear stuff
dying yesterday. I didn't go to
like,
sleep like 5 in the morning, and something was screaming in the back of my house because it's like a wooded area until you get to the river right here, and something was yap for like 3 hours. I was listening to that thing die. I said, "Damn, that's crazy."
Oh my god!
mm.
And you even go out there and check?
Nope, my dog right here. My dog right here. Whatever it is, it know what it did, and you know, yeah, that's just it. But it's a lot of little bitty dumbass dogs around here for some reason. And they got leashes. They got leashes. It's like they ran away from the kettle or some shit, the pound or something.
How the hell y'all got leeches though? Like, damn.
No, leashes on their neck.
Oh, okay.
Leashes. Yeah, no, I ain't fucking with no leeches.
Right.
No,
That's
That's why I got real quiet. I said leeches. Like,
that's
I know.
nobody
I was
down there
about to
with them.
flip out. Like my skin was about to crawl. Like, yo, what the
Nah, I fucked up with
fuck?
leeches. Black people got fucked up with leeches with Stand By Me.
No. I
It's
remember
over
that
with.
movie. Hell
I
yeah,
ain't going
never
in no
again.
water.
Hell yeah, never again. Man, oh my god. That's like reminds me when I was back in basic training so many fucking years ago. And when we had to go through the obstacle course and they had this like we had to go over the ropes, like walk over the ropes and not to fall into this type of lake shit. And my ass was on there and I'm going down the rope and I fell into the fucking lake. And when I came out the lake, I had those fucking water snakes all around me. I was flipping the fuck out. I was like, oh my God. I was just screaming. I was like, this is what happened. And we was in the South at that time too. I'm like, oh my God, this can't be life. No, absolutely not.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, I guess so,
Absolutely.
man. You know, it's a sense of security, man. You know, knowing that there's always somebody around. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, here it literally is like here I could go house to house and take everybody out.
That's a scary fucking thought.
You know what I'm saying? Like I could literally go that house real quiet, like go in, do what I gotta do, leave, go to the next house. Like you ain't getting away with that shit. Motherfucker gonna hear you screaming through the wall, like, yeah.
Yeah, please. First of all, everybody up here too goddamn nosy for that shit to happen. Like you hear everything that be going on in someone's house, or if you live in a building or something like that. Like you hear everything, so everybody know what's going on. They know everybody's name. They know everybody fucking problems and shit. That's why when you hear about like anything, like when it comes down to domestic violence that gone wrong in New York City, like you hear they always have like 5 neighbors that can tell everything to the
Right.
reporters. Yeah, this been going on since like 2 months ago. I heard this situation happen.
I
Like,
saw him when they came home today. He didn't open the door for her. And then when, as I say, y'all nosy just like them up north motherfuckers. That's it. But y'all just don't. If it ain't your business, it ain't your business.
right? Like we're like what New Yorkers do is I'm not going to go fucking act like super saver hoe and go over there and be like, no, what's going on? But I'm going to get every information about what's fucking going on. So just in case if I gotta fucking get out of here, get out of Dodge, I know the information that I need to scoop.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Nah, motherfuckers be like, man, what you doing here? You know somebody? How you doing? You new to the neighborhood? Man, listen with your intrusive ass, man.
And
Because I know
that's
your
the funny.
family. If you around here, I know your people. I don't give a fuck who it is. Oh, you related to Jonathan and them. Okay. That's
Yeah,
what's up.
exactly.
And then
Especially
when you
like if
go to
you
the store, the niggas gonna know when you go to the store. They were like,
yep.
damn, y'all seen the news? Y'all seen Jonathan them people? Yeah. Yeah, I saw it.
Mhm. That's the same way here. Like in the hood and like definitely in the hood, I would say that definitely happens. Like if you go into a particular hoods out here, you're not gonna be able to walk in certain hoods out here unless you know somebody. Like you have to know somebody. You have to have family out here. Like you just can't just be like, oh hey, I just want to come here and be a tourist and just want to see the area. Everybody gonna be looking at you like, yo, what are you here for, yo? Like
You
what
must
are
want
you
to
doing?
die, son. Like, yo, hey, listen, bro. We don't leave me the fucking alone. Yeah, nah. Well, that is something that's common with all of us everywhere. I can see that because we got to know who you is. We might do different with the information, but we don't do strangers. We don't do strangers,
Yeah,
man. We
I
don't do
agree.
strangers.
I definitely agree because I have seen that like happen and during down in Florida and certain areas, say like if you go in that area, you have to know somebody to go in that area. And I'm sure definitely in like certain parts of Georgia as well, like you have to know like who's on that block. Like if you don't know that person on the block, people will literally like take picture of your goddamn fucking car. Right?
They
They'll
go
take
to
a picture
ladies.
of your car.
Ladies, what y'all do, MJ?
Oh yeah, take a picture of the fucking car. Like take a picture of that license plate.
And
Like
at the
beep.
license plate, I said, man, what are you gonna do with that information? You can find out who it's registered to, and then what? Find out who they related to, and then what? Get their address. I'll be like,
Find
this who started
everything.
all this doxing shit. Is these YouTube niggas' girlfriends, they wives.
Are you so
We was just sitting, we was just sitting here getting called bitches and shit for a whole year, and our girl finally was like, "Hey, nigga,
wow.
oh shit, you got a criminal record. You was on a gay site." Yeah, that's
Well,
what's up.
I would just say that like that's just like something natural that may that females do. Like when females want to be detectives, like females are natural born detectives. They can find out whatever information they want to find when it's the right time to find it. And they know how to put the shit together. They could put the
I didn't
pieces
know that.
together
Like,
like they solve the puzzle like anything.
I did not know that girls dox every dude they holler at.
Who said
I
that?
didn't
Who
know.
do that?
Oh yeah, y'all got caught. I mean, I've been, you know what I'm saying. I'm a friend of the females. You see what I'm saying? I talk to women without trying to holler at them, so I get a little bit of the exclusive information. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If a girl get your number and your name, you are doxxed. She gonna do something. She's going.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like,
Hmm.
I don't really consider it doxing. Now, if a girl is talking to somebody, she should be investigating his ass,
And when
meaning
she
doing a
say talking,
background
she
check.
mean
And
literally talking. If we're standing
no,
here
if
having a
you're
conversation, I'm going to know who you are next time I see you, so I know whether I need to dish you or be a little bit more friendlier. But
no, but I mean, listen, we're in an era where you definitely need to do investigations and background checks on people. Especially when it comes down to the dating situation, because you don't know, like you could be sitting up there and get all comfortable in a relationship with someone and end up and find out that he's on the fucking predator list. You know what I'm
that's
saying? Like
crazy.
you don't want that shit on your conscience and stuff like that. So, like it would just be wise for females, women today to, do a little research on the guys that they who is of a love interest to them. You should do it for your safety. You should
Look at
definitely do it
Melanated
for your
God is
safety.
trying to stay in code. Where y'all do that at? I'm not here. I hear that. Nah, they dox. Did
They
you dox
got
me?
to. They have to. Like, and,
Did
and
you
it's not
dox
like,
me?
and it's not like
He said,
investigation. Like, find out who his last significant other was, and talk to them and things of that
you don't
sort.
know what is going to end up. You don't intend.
You know
But
what?
depending on what you
I will
find,
admit.
that thing can end up somewhere dark. Where you will
I
be
mean,
all.
I will admit that there are women capable of doing that. And I will admit that there are some women who basically, when they do investigations and background checks, it is for a malicious intent. I will agree to that. But if you're a sane woman, you know what I'm saying, and you're just doing it for safety purposes for yourself,
Mhm.
then you're not doing foolishness like that. You're not trying to find out every ex-girlfriend and then reach out to them or see if they're still dealing with them, checking their Facebook pages, seeing if they like their ex-girlfriend's picture within the time frame you was talking to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not trying to do all that. That's too much.
Yeah,
That's possessive, and that's just too much work, and that's stupid. You know, like, it's like me, that's a person that's really dumb.
yeah, yeah. You worth a little bit more than that. Fuck this. I'm not finna break my damn looking at all your ugly ass family members in past
You
relationships.
so silly. You
Uh,
said ugly
But
family.
I mean, yeah, but shouldn't everybody be doing that now? Like even dudes. Like shouldn't everybody be really I
I
guess because
actually,
we're ass, you know?
I actually believe that men should do it. I think that men should really start vetting the women that they're trying to date or they're just trying to smash. Because then you would get an understanding who you're really dealing with. Like, if you can find out the girl that you might find attractive, and you might not necessarily want to, have a long-term relationship with her, but if you can find out that she got um she has a criminal record,
She
you
took
know what
a
I'm
plea
saying?
deal as a
Of like,
co-defendant in a robbery murder case.
right, or you know what I'm saying, like, or exactly. Then would you really want to deal with her? You know what I'm saying, like, or if you found out that she does credit card theft, like, like, you see what I'm saying, like things like that. If you like, wait a minute,
Man, she trying to get your identity, homie.
I
She trying to make it another 6 months on your social, brother.
mean, no, but I
Man,
really do. I mean, I think, like I said, it would be wise. I think there is a certain type of level, and I think it comes with when you become a certain type of level in your life. You know what I'm saying? Certain type of status in your life. If you have a lot to lose, you would want to know those information.
yeah, yeah.
You would want to know those information because, especially, like, let's say if you was a business owner, like, my God, like, how, you
Should
know,
should they dox friends?
man, listen.
Not potential spouses, but just think about it. Because if we friends, I'm really hanging with you. You
Right.
really at my crib. I'm doxing your ass, nigga.
It's like, I don't think so. Like, okay, so, like, for instance, when it comes down to friendship, it depends on what type of friends you have, right? Because you
Uh,
got people who are your diehard friends that you knew for a very long time, had a long relationship with, and then you have your associates, right?
okay.
So if it depends on the level of the friendship, because not every friendship you know is a strong bond. Some friendships are just basically, we just go to the club with each other, like that's your club buddy person, you know what I'm saying, or that's your bar person, or, oh, this is the friend that I know that if we want to go on vacation, I can always count on this person to be ready to go on a vacation. But after y'all go on a vacation, y'all don't speak to each other for fucking
That's an
5 6 months.
ill relationship. Vacation friends?
That is.
Vacation friends is an ill ass relationship. Like, girl, I'll fuck with you no other time.
Right, exactly. But listen, you gotta know how to
Strong bonds, yeah.
compartmentalize certain relationships that you have. And if you have a good understanding of what type of friendships you have, you would enjoy them more, because you wouldn't like put your hopes onto something that's not really there in that relationship. You just understand what that relationship is, and then you can enjoy it within its contents. You know?
Mhm.
So,
Okay.
like, I wouldn't, like, for me, if I have a party friend that I go to, clubs and stuff like that with, I know that that is literally the honey of our relationship. I'm not going to be thinking of that particular person to be having deep conversations with, deep life conversations with. That's not somebody I'm going to talk about my personal problems with. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you'll figure things out later on down the road. Like if this is the party girl who's always going crazy and she's always gossiping and talking about everybody's business, why would I tell her any of my personal business? Like she's not gonna do it when she's around somebody else. So you know what I'm saying? So when you understand, like it's not like you always have to like break off every relationships. You just need to know where to compartmentalize it and make it fit your life. You know what I'm saying?
I hear that. Well, yeah. Yeah, you got to, especially if you got that age. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. If your girl ain't never asked you about your background, it's cause she already know. Motherfucker ain't had to ask you. She like, you ever been to jail? Your girl ain't never asked you. You ever been to jail? You got kids?
Well, let me tell you something. Like now today, when people are dating, they're asking all those situations, right? And like even if I think after like maybe what the third or fourth date, they want to know like important personal information. I need your name, your full government name. I need your birth date. You know what I'm saying? Like they want an email address. They want all personal identifiable
Big
information.
suave boss. I'm suave boss. Now you can look that up. My birthday is 12/12/79. You can have all the fun you want with that information right there. Other than that, you had to go to school or went to jail or saw the newspaper when I got shot or some shit. Yeah, like I don't know. I just never really used my name. I never liked my name, Charles. 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 I'm like,
What's wrong with Charles?
yeah, I don't even like the way you said
What?
Charles. Charles. Ain't no other word in the planet like that. Like
What is
Charles.
wrong with Charles? You remember?
Charles.
Come on now. You remember the show Charles in Charge? It was a very famous show. Come on.
It was one of the worst shows on TV.
No,
We were
it
kids.
wasn't.
We were
Charles
kids.
in charge of my day and my life. Oh, come on now. Come on.
You really
Look,
just
reminiscing, reminiscing.
I couldn't stand that song. Like Charles in charge of me. Man, shut up, man.
What? That was such
Tony.
a. Come on. I
Tony.
used to love that
I
song.
guess motherfuckers said, I don't know, man. That's how I was all through school, though. Charles. Yeah, Charles. Motherfucker. And
Look,
then motherfucker just be like, Charles.
Charles
Charles.
is a whole lot better than them nicknaming you Charlie. Okay? Because
Man,
then they're gonna go straight to the Charlie Brown and go womp 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 womp
on
womp
my
womp.
life. On my life. Nah,
womp.
You don't even gotta go to Charlie. Charles is horrible. Charles is horrible. Like you don't even think of taking it to the next level because it's like, nah, why? With Charles is the truth. And then I don't know. Good thing I named myself Suave because I would eventually became Charlie. By the time I got older, they'd be like Charlie G in a building. What's Charlie G? That nigga sound lame as hell. I can't do it. But he probably end up catching the body going to jail because of his name. But I got to prove Charles ain't no punk, and he end up wearing glasses. Charlie G wears glasses. Man. That's a whole nother person I'm talking about. That motherfucker ain't no. Nah, but yeah, names are important. I named my son Swab. Bam, right there.
Oh
Swab.
yeah?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That was me. Say
Aw.
Charles is a money maker. What you mean? Not no more. It was a money maker when my mama was coming up. But as soon as I was born, that shit switched over. That shit switched over to a more dignified name. Charles was losing in the 80s. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
Charles is a good name.
Charles is on his way out. Ain't nobody else naming nobody no Charleses.
So what do you think is the okay, so what do you think is the new male or new boy name now or the most famous or favorite name now?
Maxis. Maxis. One of them Magnus. One of them words. Because Charles used to be like the royalty, what was it?
What, King Charles?
Like Charleston, Charlestown, Charlie. I mean, yeah, King
Charleston.
Charles and shit like that. Like it was a ring to Charles, and then it went out of style. Then it was like, shit. We went back to George or some shit.
Well,
No,
first of all, like a lot of normal stuff went out of style anyway because people like to name their children like silly shit like Bubbles and fucking North
yeah,
and
I say direction.
and Lollipop and Confusion and shit. Like this people want to name their children all these horrible fucking names. Like
Yeah,
these names are retarded.
yeah, they starting over with names now. This shit gonna be crazy. This shit a whole nother language.
Like
This
literally, like what would you do if you went to school with a girl named Bubbles? And this is not her nickname, like that is her government name, Bubbles.
I wouldn't believe her. I really would just chop her up. Like, yeah, your life gonna be fucked up. You are Bubbles. It's over with you. You really had no fair chance at all, Bubbles. Sorry. The name just don't hit right on paper. It just don't sound good coming out your mouth when you trying to identify somebody, you know.
And then especially let's say whatever their last name is like what like Bubba Watson, like, like I just
Bubbles
can't.
Watson. Bubbles what that is disgusting. That's gross. That's kind of gross. I don't know if you just freestyled that or if you knew somebody. Bubbles Watson.
Tell the truth, I was thinking of Bubble Gump. That's what I was thinking, like Bubble Gump, but then it just came out like Bubble Watson.
Man, that's disgusting. That sounds like heartburn and liver failure. Male or female, it don't matter. Say Suave, they don't ask you if your name is Chaz. Man, I did. Chaz, Charles, Charles. It's no cool way to say it.
Charles is a good name. It's a good name. It's a strong name.
It's not a it's still got it's a safe name. I put it to you. It's not bold. It's not like Charles ruled the world. That's why Charles and Charles got so much props because it's like finally Charles gets to win because Charles is clearly a loser. And that's why his story was, so magnified. But yeah, it's a safe name. It's a safe name.
So if you had a chance, what name would you have want to be named if it wasn't Charles?
Damn, that's crazy because I ain't never thought about that because I literally been calling myself Suave since like the 3rd, 4th grade. But like it's kind of it will be some shit like damn. I don't know, it'll be something Fred.
What?
Fred hard. Fred is like Fred. Hey, you fuck with Fred? Hell yeah, that nigga ain't nobody to fuck with. Fred.
First of all, Fred is like older than Charles.
See, my name is Charles though. You're asking a Charles. What name? Well, of course I would say some goofy shit like Fred. I don't know.
You said Fred.
Fred. Let me see. Let me see. Nah, it got to be some Sean in it, because that's the popular shit.
Hell nah.
Fred Sean. Oh man, I don't know. What would I name myself? I had to name myself something. Tycoonimus. That'll be my name. Damn. Tycoonimus Billionaires. Motherfuckers be bad as hell.
Why not just go with Tycoon? So Tycoon and then short, everybody just call you Ty. And Ty is a very known nickname.
They gonna call me Coon. My nigga Coon. What's up? That nigga fuck y'all, man.
Oh yeah, that's a bad setup. You're right.
Wardrobrious. And the L is for luxurious. I don't know. It'll just be some shit you just know when you hear that shit. Like
I know there's a lot of dudes like around my way when we was growing up. One of them was called Maximilian, but we just called him Max. Like I thought that was like a cool name.
His whole name up. His mama named him all that shit for nothing. Nigga, you Max.
Yeah.
That Ain't nobody finna call you Maximilian.
Yep, called him Maximilian. I mean,
They
like
gonna
I
call
even
you
with
Bill.
with my
Sounded
son,
like a rock.
I named him I named him a normal name, but like his middle name, I had it like named for like more of a meaning and things of that sort. I mean, that's what most people like. That's what they used to do back in the day. Like your first name would be something like strong and solid and I guess normal, pretty much, and then like the middle name was where the parents get to be put some special into it, what I'm saying, like something that called to your spirit about yourself, or what they felt that they seen in you. That's where they can get like creative.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. They called that nigga Max after all that thinking. His dad, like, they gonna call my son a million.
Yep, it was crazy because like his name is literally Maximilian,
And kids
and
knocked on the door like, hello? Look at my dumb ass dog. You see how dumb he is? You see how dumb my dog is? The motherfuckers knocked on the door like, hello? Can Max come out? Who the fuck is Max? My son named Million. Man, tell Max bring his old lame ass outside. Nah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I
don't
mean,
feel
well, for
bad,
my
Sister
age, like
Noble.
Jonathan would have been cool. Jonathan would have been cool. For coming in where I come in. But if I was here, and like if I was a 2000 baby, oh fair. Her name Taekwani Cooney. I don't know what the hell. Universe. My middle name would be Universe. My middle name would be Tycoonius Universe. Shit.
Man, listen, boy. There was a little boy when I was younger who used to live in our building, and his mama named him Bacardi. I looked at her like, why you do that to that boy? Why you
Not
name
for the obvious though, right? Like she thought about the name and then she was absent minded of the obvious reason, right? She didn't do that because
No, she did that because that was her favorite fucking liquor. Like how you name your son after your fucking favorite brand of
and
liquor?
don't get reported at the hospital. They
Like,
like, yeah, 911. Yes, this is the lady up here trying to name her son Bacardi. Yeah. Nah, that shit through. You ain't finna name me after your favorite alcohol. That sound like some regretful shit. Like you making a silver lining out of some dreadful
yo,
shit. Like
I used to look at like that poor baby. Why you do that?
that was, Sister knows I used to drink Bacardi Silver.
And that's exactly how you spell his name too. Like that's the bad thing about it. Like
Bacardi.
she tried to make it seem like, oh yeah, it's something special. It's an African. No, it's not.
Yep.
No, it's not.
Somebody out there named Martini Rosti, Asti Spumante. That's the problem right there. Damn, yo. That was that shit. What was you about to say?
No, I was gonna say, like, yeah, she named him after Bacardi, and then she wanted to sit up there and lie to us when we was younger. When we asked them, like, where your name, where did you get that name from? Oh, it's an African name. No, no,
A
ma'am.
strong warrior.
That's strong vodka, pretty much, apparently.
Being triple distilled in African.
Oh my gosh, like, come on, lady. Like, we know you named it after the fucking brand. Like,
Yeah, that's sad, man. We can't do that. We got to do better, family. Like
like,
KLC say, family. We got to do better, family.
oh my god. Well, see, here's the thing though. Yes,
Tequila said, well,
your mom named you Tequila, but
but she
she
hit it.
was
She
so
coded it.
smart that she changed how the writing.
She
It's not
coded it.
Tequila.
She coded it. That's how black people spell tequila, though. So you busted. Black people don't spell tequila with a Q. You like spell tequila. Takeila.
No.
That motherfucker be like tequila. Man, if you don't get your ghetto ass out of here.
No.
Tequila. It's tequila. I know how to spell tequila. Yeah, that's crazy. He said, "Well, my mama named me Tequila."
Lord,
Hey,
no.
talk about Charles Tequila.
And it's so funny. Tequila. I don't think your mom named you because of that. I don't really know. I really don't. I don't think so. I don't think your mom did that.
Hell nah.
I don't think so, Tequila. No.
Was you conceived in Mexico? There might be a series of events that might bring a little clarity to this. Like, I was conceived in Mexico. Yeah, that's
No, she wasn't. Oh, she did? She did,
Shout out to your
really?
mama, man. Yep. Yeah. If Jay would have gone mute and laugh so bad, she loved you, Tequila. You ain't, if they fuck with you. No.
I would
That's right.
never laugh. Okay,
I know.
if that's what she did, then that's what she did. We love the soul. We love the
To
soul.
church. Named you Tequila and took you to church. That's crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy.
You
Yeah.
so silly.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
She did like the drink and the name. Okay.
I hear that.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. So what did you do today, Suave? It was a Tuesday.
Went to the grocery. Did I go to the grocery store? Oh, we went to Katrina to go get some products from Bed Bath Beyond, and came home and moved some stuff around, made it look like I cleaned up, and
I'm
went to
mad that
work.
you said I made it look like I cleaned up, but I
Yeah,
didn't really do shit.
that mess ain't in the same place it was. Yeah. Progression is. Yeah, my
It, it,
family was so
it
mad at
moved to
her.
one side.
It made it closer to the kitchen. Like my plates that I left, my bowl that I left for my what's the name last night with my dumb ass. She made
She's
some
so silly.
cabbage. Man, that cabbage beat my ass. Man, I told you I ain't go to sleep till like 5 in the morning. I ain't go to
Wow.
sleep till like almost 5 in the morning. That motherfucking cabbage beat my ass. That bowl sat right there. I
Wow.
came back. I moved that bowl to right here. I moved toward the front. Then she ate. I grabbed her plate and I grabbed my bowl. And
So
that's
pretty
it.
much you was moving slow motion.
Yeah, man.
It was like a
Yeah.
little bit up here, a little bit there.
Cause it don't be a mess to me if it's not a real mess. Like I like cleaning up messes. Like I like washing a lot of dishes. Like I hate washing a bowl and a plate.
Mm.
It just
I,
don't set off my emergency. Like my body just don't. It finds
so,
something else to do.
so you don't have OCD.
Oh, you don't want to hit the man? No, no, I don't got OCD. Yeah, no. I don't know. I do gotta. I don't got the papers back up. Baby. I do got something because I gotta do stuff in rhythm.
Mm.
I gotta do stuff in rhythm and I gotta do it evenly. Like it's weird as shit. Like I have to tap my right foot, right foot, left, right, left, right, left, right, and then I can stop. But I can't break that sequence. Huh?
Really?
Yeah. Man.
So
I
you
gotta do it like that. Yeah.
so you move in sequence because if you just do one part, it feels incomplete.
I ain't never thought about that doing it. I don't know what it to do, but it to me it's like accomplishing something. It's like I did that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
Right.
nigga, you still got it. You know what I'm saying? And the day it like I do it with my fingers too.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I do. It be little goofy stuff like I might on the side of my cheeks, right, right, left. And I gotta do it. And I be getting mad because it take a long time. If I do something, if I do something stupid like that, it'll take a long time.
So pretty much you have to feel balance.
Yeah, it gotta be balanced and even. It gotta be balanced and even. And in rhythm. Yeah. That's crazy. Damn, I never thought about that deep. That means a lot.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean that's understandable. Like like you have a like you said, you have a rhythm, you have a certain pattern, and you have to fulfill the sequence. It's like you're never going to do anything in odd. You know what I'm saying? So you're never going to do anything in a 3 beat. So have you ever thought that maybe that all your music is probably twos, fours, and six and eight notes, right?
Real, I don't know. I don't count. I just go, and then I had to wrap my verse up. I just go, and then I'm like, damn, how many bars is that? He like, you got one more bar left. I be like, damn.
Maybe
And I
one
ain't
time you should do that. You should try to like when you listen to your music, check what count your music is on.
on some subconscious goofy shit. It flipped my whole style. Man, flip my whole style. Like, nigga, that's why you ain't blew up. You need to be in the 3B.
No, I mean seriously, like you could check like maybe if you probably like, wow, I didn't even know that most of my songs is like in a 6 or 8 count. And then and maybe one day just try to leave out one of them. It's gonna bother you, but you're on mute.
My computer just gave up on me.
Oh,
Sometimes my mic fail, but when I do write, the way that I put the words, I gotta hit them just like that. And the dude that be recording me get mad because I be like, that wasn't it. That wasn't
mm.
it. That wasn't it. He be like, man, just take that one word out. And what he's saying will work. But no, I gotta hit that word. I gotta. Okay, bet. That's it. And I can't mess it up.
Then yeah, then definitely everything has to be even and balanced with you.
Yeah. And I can't stand when people just leave the last half of the bar at the end of the verse, or they just repeat themselves just to wrap up. I'd be like, why did he do that? Like it was a whole line right there. You could have said something.
Uh, so Taejon wants me to read her message, and I will.
Go ahead.
She said, I grew up in San Francisco, California, in the Western Addition area, and his name was spelled Chatty. But when his mother used to yell his name out in the street, it sounded like this: Shitty.
That's fucked. Shitty.
Oh my God.
Shitty.
Oh
Like,
my gosh.
yeah, I couldn't stand that shit. My pops be like, Charles! And motherfuckers be on my trail. Your pops calling. Damn. I heard. What's that?
Like you done knew you was in trouble. They calling you by your government. Like, damn, what
Yeah.
errands did not do?
I was fucked up when I was in trouble because I wasn't no troublemaker. So I really used to get fucked up. What?
Like
I was pouring the dishwater down the toilet because my pops used to have a bucket, a pan in the sink to wash the dishes in. And then when you get done with it, you go pour the water down the sink. I mean, down the toilet. I was pouring that water down that toilet. You know, I lift up I'm pouring that water. Man, a plate came up out that dishwater, shattered. Oh, man. I said, oh, what the fuck? Why do life do me like this? Hey, I was on mine, straight up. Oh, hey, my pops pulled up. I went outside. Hey, man. I was like, what? You see me crying and shit. What? I broke a plate. I was just pouring out the dishwater. He was like, it's okay. And that day changed my life. That was like the first day that I was like, it's okay. I broke a plate. Did you hear what I said? Like, I've been beat for less. What are you talking about? I was like, that
he
motherfucker.
was like, what? He was like,
Yeah,
oh, something wrong. Like, like you probably thought that he was gonna creep at you in the middle of the night or something. Like, like he
man,
gonna
I ain't never
pay
seen
back later
a
on.
plate broken in my life. You ain't breaking no plate, man. You ain't
Oh
breaking
yeah.
no plate. My pops came from the crib like my pops didn't know what a roach was. My like my grandparents on my pop's side, it was different. It was very.
Mm.
It was like getting sent to Bel Air. I'm saying, like I was Will Smith every weekend and shit. Like, nigga, I finna go to my grandma's crib, play with my toys. I can't even bring my toys home when I go back to my dad's house.
Right.
Oh
They stay there, right?
nope, because other people want to touch them. People want to play with them, and I don't like these people. And I don't want to have to share my toy with them. Now, my stepmama used to be a demon. She used, she used to get mad. She used to get mad because kids is kids. I don't want them to play with my toys. They don't want me to play with their toys, but my toy is better. So it ain't an even trade.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she said, well, stop bringing your toys over here from your grandma's house. I couldn't bring my toys to my daddy's house, from my grandmama's house. I said, it's crazy as hell, dad. Yeah.
Because you didn't want to share. You didn't want them to touch your toys.
And none of
So
us wanted to touch each other's toys.
so
It
they
just
wouldn't let you
depend
play
on
with the toys either?
nah. It just depend on because my pops and my stepmother, she had a daughter and two sons.
Mm.
Her daughter was older. Her sister was raising her, and
Oh.
she had a son my age and a son my older brother age. And
Mm.
so it was like right there. Who's
I
the better
see.
set of kids? Your kids or mine? It was, you know what I'm saying? And
It was the
then,
war of the siblings.
and she just was abusing her power. She used to always set my little dumb ass up. And depending like her kids to go to their grandparents. Well, you know, they had different grandparents, but one of my stepbrothers go to his grandparents' house, bring back some toys. He don't want you to touch them. So I'm like,
Mm.
what? Oh, okay. Let's play. So when I went to my grandparents' crib, I came back with that shit. No, don't touch it. Well,
Right.
y'all can't bring no more toys. I was like, damn, that's crazy, dad. That was so retarded. She really wouldn't let. She really told us not to bring our toys. If y'all don't want to let, I said that's crazy. But it was okay when they didn't want us to. Like, I mean,
Right,
but
but wasn't that because but wasn't that because of the different grandparents though?
I mean, to me, it was because my stepmother is the fucking devil and she hate me. But maybe it was because it was just a difference. You know what I'm saying? Like he had this one grandmama who gave him a toy, and then you come
Mm-hmm.
over here and you could change his life with your toys. You bring your own bikes and shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
you don't want him to ride your bike. That nigga didn't want me to touch that little fuck ass toy he brought over here. Shit. I ain't worried about it, motherfuckers. Yeah, but she used to be biased all my life. You know, she used to
Wow.
always like big her kids up, and like I don't know how my older brother was treated because he really was off the radar after a certain while, but she used to always try to fuck with me. I was always on punishment in my room. I was always getting a whipping for something, and it wasn't no wrong how motherfucking kids could do. These niggas in here fighting each other. They
Right.
fighting each other, and then motherfuckers. I said, "Damn, that's crazy." She just don't know how dirty them niggas was, but she know now.
Oh, she knew.
I ain't it.
She knew. I mean, but it was like if like I said, if she felt that she had to present her and her children as, I guess a benefit to your father, then she had the set a undermining, for the relationship that he had before her. And pretty much you and your brothers and siblings are the product of that relationship before her. So whether if it's a mental situation or where she feels that she had to constantly, I guess prove herself, then that goes with the reason why she probably acted that way. Because she wanted to make sure that she look good and her children look good in the sight of the father and in the sight of the relationship. So if she feels threatened by a previous relationship and the result was the children,
Mm.
then not all women act like that, but some women definitely have the capability of
I
acting
think you
like that.
trying to conceive with your logic and your sense and your good raising. But nah, she just was a crackhead female who was just over controlling and out of goddamn control. And my dad didn't hit her. That's what's wrong. When a woman is 100% convinced you won't hit her no matter what the fuck she do, that's how she was. She just didn't respect that shit. Going to work, she ain't respect that shit. She respect your ass.
Mm,
Her previous dudes were street dudes. My dad been working at the steel mill since he was 17. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? So it was like he just didn't. He just. I said he had a hard time with choosing women. You know what I'm saying? And how to maintain it or whatever and shit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. My mom's kind of told me later in her years like she, because I always thought my dad did something.
mm.
Because I got a cousin that's a brother. So my dad had sex with her cousin and had a son. So I always thought that's why they broke up. But she was like, nah, we've been over with. Like, I had left him for this nigga with some money. Nigga with some money came in, you know what I'm saying? And I dipped off, you know.
Right.
And then he, he came got custody of us. And that's just what it is. I think by then my dad was just trying to just hurry up, nail something to the wall and go to sleep. Over
Lord.
with, man. The dream relationship, that shit through. I got step kids. I'm just trying to go to work, come home, drink my beer, smoke my little cigarettes, and take my ass to sleep, do it all over again.
Mm,
And she was just, it was different because um her family was very church orientated, but she was like the black sheep. She was the one,
right.
she smoked her weed. I found some weed in her purse. That's why I think that's when it really flipped because I took some weed out of her purse. But her purse was just there. I went to the bathroom, and when you a little motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Your face be right at the doorknob, and she got her purse hanging on the doorknob. She forgot her on the back. So I went through that motherfucker with my little nosy ass, and just like a kid, I picked out the one thing. I swear, a little envelope. It could have been so. I don't even remember what else was in her purse, but that one little manila envelope. And I
That
grabbed
is
it.
so old school.
I went in the room and I hid it in my glove. I knew to hit it. I knew to hide it. Cause I had told my pops that my mama, like I had found a needle at my mama's house. I told my pop. So later on in life, I found out that's how he got custody of it. Because he ended up bringing it to the court. She got drug tested. Pop.
Right.
So I was on some snitch shit again. This bitch getting high. I knew it was something about her daddy. Man, I came back in. I learned how to spell butt that day. Because when I came back in, the weed was gone. Well, I didn't even know it was weed. The envelope was gone. And it was a letter in there that said, I'm going to kick your butt with two T's. And I was like, damn, she wrote that second T. Like, this is some ornery shit.
Wait a
You know
minute.
what I'm
She
saying?
wrote you a letter
She wrote me a
letting you
little
know what
letter.
she was gonna do.
I'm going to kick your butt. I said,
Not
damn.
with one T, but with two
Everything.
T's.
Two T's. Yeah. That's the first thing I thought. Like, damn, you spell butt, booty butt with two T's.
She's like, but.
That's the proper spelling for butt. Like, I
Yes, it
said, that's
is.
crazy, dang. All right. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But she just finds some way because my brother was always like irritated by me. So all his complaints, she would just take advantage of it. Like, he did what? Go in your room. Leave your brother alone. I'm like, I gotta go in my room again. That's crazy, dog. This nigga here is impossible to live with. Hell yeah.
So everything just went downhill. It was like set in stone.
Man, it was just there. When I got older, that motherfucker told me something, fuck you in the horse you rode, and I took that as saying my mama. I pushed that motherfucker on. Whoa! She fell back on the motherfucking bed. She stood up and squared up. I was like, man, I will beach, and the whole house was like, but I was tired. It was like, yeah. It's like I wanted to whip her son. I wanted to whip her. I whipped her son too. That nigga tried. That nigga did something goofy to me. That motherfucker, he threw some water in my face.
Wow.
He threw some water. He did something. It was because it was always tension there, but I guess I was like a physical threat or whatever the fuck. But I went like no scrapper. Like you really had to push. Man, when that nigga threw that water at me, man, that shit was like spitting in my fucking face. Man, I said, oh, this shit is over with. And he bigger than me, but my energy different. Pushing that motherfucker, that nigga hit the floor, fell between the bed and the wall. I said, oh, hell yeah. Nigga, hey, I felt like Celie in the Color Purple, man. I was free. I was stumping the shit out of that motherfucker, man. That nigga,
Oh my God. You just
man,
took
his grandma
advantage
came
of it.
downstairs. What you doing? What y'all doing? I was crying. He threw water. You know what I'm saying? I always cried when I fought. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. It was just like a little fucked up ass. That's why as soon as that door opened up, I was outside. That motherfucker put me out, man. I felt like she gave me a gift. I ain't gotta come back. That motherfucker said, don't ever come back to this house.
I'm just mad how you do the complete opposite. Like, so you're not gonna call the cops, right? Because I don't want to come back. Like, that's crazy.
I come here because my dad gonna whoop me if I'm not here at certain times. And he stopped paying attention to that. I go in my room, lock the door, jump out my window, come back 2, 3 in the morning. Once that shit was popping, I was cool. Once that shit was popping, I was cool. I was like 14, 13.
Mm.
I walk all the way to the other side of Gary and shit, go see some friends. By the time I know it's midnight, I gotta walk all the way back to the other side of Gary. I'm walking through all the school parking lots, looking through the window because they had these big LED clocks. I'd be like, 12:40, keep mobbing.
Right.
Keep mobbing. Get home, jump through my window. Man, I'm in that motherfucker living it up, man. I'm smiling. I done had a good day. I stank. I'm in that motherfucker like, man, life is good. Once that motherfucker put me out, I just went back to the cribs I always be at. Like, just sat down. Shit. I wasn't in no
Wow.
motherfucking rush to go back to the crib. We sleep in and I'm.
I mean, at least you had like good friends that you could go hang at their house and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I have a lot of people who were irresponsible as shit that would just let a 14-year-old just, redirect his whole life. Hey, I guess they got it. Like, you on your own, you on your own. You know?
Yeah.
You on your own, you on your own. Ain't nothing, ain't nobody. I mean, I ain't the first one. You know what I'm saying? So like we had Miss Miller house was mama's house. That's where everybody went to. All the kids is over here learning how to get high and drunk. We over there having a ball.
You know what? I think they have that one old lady house in every hood that all the kids when they want to do they fucked up shit you go to. Because we had that here in New York, like in the area where we was growing up. There was this one older woman that all the boys and everybody knew. They used to be at their house to drink and smoke and all that stuff like
If you
that.
could kick it with your girl, ain't no having sex, but y'all can kiss.
Right. Yeah. Like, no, there's always that one older woman.
Miss
Like, what
Miller house.
the hell?
Miss Miller house. And she just get mad until she, needs some more food or some more drink or some more crack or whatever her thing was. And motherfuckers had her business and then we go back to
Oh,
both.
see, nobody, listen, I ain't never sneak out. Are you crazy? Like, my father was militant. There's no way in hell. Okay. Like, no way in hell.
So you
Sneaking
see
out?
that.
Oh, hell no.
Man, when your ass be there, woke, you just woke 3 in the morning. Like,
Like my father had like a rule, like literally, it was different for me than like my older brother. Like my older brother, like when he got a certain age, he was able to stay out later.
it was
But
over.
I literally had to be in the house once it was dawn. You know, like once it was dusk, I had to be in the house. Once the street lights came on, and that was around like maybe like 8 o'clock or 8:30 or something. Yeah, I had to be in the house. Like there was no sneaking out. Sneaking out where? Where
And
are you
that shit
going?
was true. Like I said, it was true till about like 13. Like 12 is when it started getting like nobody's coming to school to check on me. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers is less interested in my poetry, in my, the extracurricular shit in my life. And then by the time 14 came around, I was getting shot. You know what I'm saying? Sleeping in abandoned buildings. That shit in one
Wow,
summer, that shit flipped. Like, whoop. Like, it was
that's so horrible.
it was shit. I mean, I look back and I be like, I don't know where I had the heart or the courage or stupidity to go through. You know what I'm saying? But when you're going through it, it's nothing. When you're going through it, like, yeah, it's you recognize problems and tough times, but it's like you just do shit.
Right.
Just do shit. Like that was my thing. I was solution. It's just like if I gotta go steal some pizza puffs, we finna eat.
I mean, at that particular time, you just felt like you just needed to do what you had to do. Like, so at that time, it wasn't no like moral compass when you're in a dire need. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't think about your morals and your characteristics of, nah, I don't really don't want to do that. You like, do I not really want to do that, or do I want to fucking eat? Like,
Yeah,
when you start to
yeah.
weigh those
And
options.
I didn't look at it like, ooh, we stealing. You know what I'm saying? It was like I learned later on the store motherfucker knew I was taking this shit.
Wow.
I learned later on because it got to a point the
Where he knew
motherfucker
that you was hungry.
he just told, he knew what I was doing. I was coming in. I would get and then he would see us behind the stove mixing all the chips into a grocery bag, smiling and shit.
Oh my god.
And it was like probably $10 worth of shit. Pack of noodles back then was 10 cents. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Piece of puff was $1.50. Motherfuckers used to stunning with them. Tajon in the building, ain't no question.
Hey sis,
Who
hey
about to feel it? What's
Tajon.
good, sis?
Hey, beautiful families.
Man,
Y'all was
you already
cracking me
know.
up. Y'all was cracking me up. My mama was my mom. My mom. I don't even want to claim her as my mother. I cut the umbilical cord. She evil. She been evil to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cool. I'm cool off that stuff. Like for real. She went and got that jab. That's one foot in the grave. I'm waiting for you to get the second one. I care less. She dogged me ever since I was a child. So I'm cool. I know it's a lot of it is pure jealousy, but that's either here or there. I want to tell y'all when y'all was calling out them names, right? You said
Uh-huh.
tequila. You said at least your name. You told tequila. At least your name was not tequila. I said, well, shit, that's my cousin's name.
It's setting in now. Like you got it to your auntie. You got a tequila drinking auntie. That's what's up.
No, you said you told tequila.
Mhm.
You said thank God your name was not tequila, and I'm telling you that's my cousin's name,
And I'm
tequila.
telling you, your auntie drunk tequila.
No,
Your
no,
uncle.
and she got a cousin, and her sister name is Tanquisha. That's why I put that down. They're both beautiful. They both got shit made. They both making money. They're
Mm-hmm.
not. They're far from ghetto. One is a
All
property
right.
management. The other one, she works as an administrative tech assistant.
Well, we know that names don't really go by character and the greatness of the person. I was
Yeah,
just thinking, like, I
you
was
know,
just thinking when with tequila, like, because how the name was spelled, I would have had guessed that it was reference to the actual alcohol brand tequila. But when she confirmed that it was, I was like, oh, okay.
And
right.
tequila does a good job of
But
not
but but but
making you
check it
think
out
that
though.
also.
But check it out. Here's the uniqueness of it. Because see, the brothers don't understand, right?
Mhm.
I don't care if her name is Shaniqua, Shakanita. I don't care what it is. We try to be original with our names. That's what it is. We try to be original. We ain't trying to be no goddamn Katie and
Tequila is
and
not
all that.
original. Tequila
No,
is a drink. It's a world renowned drink. That's not
but she
original.
but she spelled it differently. That makes it totally different.
No, I'm talking
Because
about your cousin.
honestly,
Tequila.
oh no, no, but my cousin's name is Tequila. So
Your name
it's
Tanjan. That's unique as shit.
Well, no, my name is my name is Tandanico Jones, and it's
Oh
just
yeah,
Tan
that
and
is
then
your name,
John.
Sandanico. Yeah, yeah. On my life,
Yeah.
that shit sound like
Uh,
a cool ass fucking drink. That shit sound like
It
that's a
does sound
unique
like a
drink right
really
there.
cool. It sounds like a cool drink that you get when you're on vacation.
On my life, and you get the kids a virgin one.
Yep.
Nah, let me tell you how I got my name was I had an auntie named Aunt Janie, and she is a Native American. She was a dark Native American, but she ain't never like my grandfather. She called him all blackie. So for you know how they get them on other race of women, and they just can't stand just
Hmm.
other black men. Well, anyway, my family members were saying how mean she was, and she had a son named Tatanka. Okay. Now he didn't make it. You know, he died. He had some I don't know how he died. They just say he done died. Okay, and done passed away.
Damn,
So
rest in peace.
when she thought that I was gonna be a boy, my father, on the other hand, because my mother, she couldn't read, her ass was illiterate. But my mother didn't come up with this name. She ain't that damn creative. So my father came up with the name. Aunt Janie liked my daddy. You know, they helped come up with the name. Ain't everybody thought say they came up with this name. But she wanted to name me Tataneka, as in Tatanka. So she wanted to name me Tataneka. But instead, my father came up with Tandanico because Japanese.
Mm.
I was like, damn. But the way it's spelled, now it's Cuban because I got Cuban ancestry. So it's a trip because now it's Tandanico. So that's the reason why it's like that. But but I inherit that because none of my kids got these out the book names. My daughter name is unique. My son name is unique. But when you name your kids nowadays, you naming them from the earth of the element. You can name them spiritual. You can name them the rulership. My son name is under the scholar in rulership. You know,
See, there you go.
and
You making a problem. I mean, your boy gonna be okay, but that's not a
yeah,
safe name. That's a maniac's name. I want to let you know that
my
is
son name.
that is
Everybody know
yeah.
that name. As soon as they heard, some of the brothers heard that name, they was like, "Oh shit, he got shoes to fill." But his
Uh-huh.
last name is what threw a lot of folks off because his last name's Akecheta Chaveo instead of his
I can't
name.
avail. Yeah,
Well, look,
we all know
it's
that now.
It sound
Akecheta,
like your name sound aboriginal.
right? It's Akecheta Chaveo. But listen, it means warriors of the wolves. That means anytime as he gets older, he's going to attract a lot of people that's going to protect him, and he's going to protect them. He's gonna
I know what.
Yeah, like the wolves. That's why when you see my avatar, the brother from Africa who designed my avatar for my son's clothing line, you're gonna see the Afro Native American coming out of that. You're gonna see the moon, the midnight moon. You're gonna see the lion. You're gonna see the African spear.
Yeah,
But
we
coming
checked
out of
that
those,
out because I thought it was what did it look? It looked like a shrimp to me or a lobster or something. And I focused on and yeah,
oh
you had
no,
broke
that's
it down. Yeah, that's hard. You
yeah.
said that was your
And
son's clothing line and
then
shit.
it's then it's the Native American feather with the tomahawk coming out of it, crossing the African spear, right? And then you got your lion, and then you got the two wolves on each side protecting that lion. Like, yeah, that's my cousin. What?
Man, shout out to
So
San John. Armani is in the building. Shout out to Armani. Peace to you. Appreciate your presence.
I'm a drop down, y'all. I love you. Thank Armani.
Love you too. Take care of
Like
yourself, lady.
Tejan.
Bye, MJ.
Armani, you're on mute. Are you there?
I'm here. I'm low key salty that I didn't change my goddamn name.
On my life,
I
nobody. I
was
knew it
literally
too.
going to tell you that. I was like,
I
oh,
Bro, I
started
wish
not to
Bonnie.
let
somebody would
your
have
ass
told
up
me
here.
that a long time. I'm mad as hell.
I started not to let you up here.
You shouldn't have. Damn, hold on.
She be back.
Ain't it? And she got caught with that lime green weave too, with your ratchet ass. That's where you mad. That mint green
Bonnie.
weave.
That mint green is fire.
It depends on what she was going.
It's fire. It looks so nice. It does.
Yeah.
It does. It puts everything together. Yeah, but I understand what Tajon's saying, because names are powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Names are beautiful. And usually like history has shown us that a lot of names were picked because they had a sense of power behind it, and if they
Mm-hmm.
foresee that that child was going to fill a very important position, they wanted them to have the name to go behind it. So I mean, I totally get it.
Yeah, I looked mine up. Charles was like son of my left hand, something like that. So it was like I had a
Son
meaning. I didn't know what
left
it meant.
hand.
Yeah, son of my left hand.
Wow,
That's what's up. That's what's up. So yeah,
that's deep. That's
yeah.
deep.
Yeah. Damn, and I just thought about it because like Jesus sits on the left hand of God or something like that. Yeah, so that's hard. All right, bet. Nobody's in the building. Shout out to Sister Nobody. Appreciate your presence in the building.
Hey, so we're not
Yeah.
gonna talk about that.
But we
Yeah,
gonna
we
talk
ain't
about
gonna
this
mention that.
mint,
Nobody
this
gonna
mint
remember
green
that.
that you got laced up. What's that right there?
Oh, okay. So the first one I did was dark blue. Then I went to green. I think y'all might remember the green. And then I did, I don't know what color was next. And then this time it was light blue. And now I'm going brown. I'm just going to do a regular color for this month.
Only for this month. So what's
She
gonna
with the
happen?
Yeah.
brown. You got
Because
tired.
I wanted to
Almost
do red.
over.
Every time I do my hair color, I also pick nails and contacts that match. It makes me feel like a fairy bitch or something. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, that's what you look like. That's what
It
you
does. It
look
makes
like.
me feel powerful or
You
something.
definitely look like a fairy. Yeah, I can
But I
see
She,
that.
couldn't find red contacts or red nails, so I had to go blue.
Red contacts are dangerous.
oh,
Don't
they don't
waste
I
even have
wanted to
an
be
area.
like a vampire. I wanted to embody like the queen of the damned. I tried to
I'm
summon
so glad
Aaliyah.
you couldn't find them damn red contacts.
They
Oh,
didn't
I'd
have
have
it in
been
your area.
mad sexy. You just don't know it.
I had that. Nah, that's what's up, though. That's what's up.
Oh yeah, that's what's
Mhm.
up. But channel those that fairy energy.
Hey,
Yes,
so when
go
you get
fairy
put out,
court.
nobody.
Say that
So what age you get put out at, nobody?
again.
Oh no, I ain't never got put out. I was actually the good one. I was good. I mean, not the best, but I walked the line. If that makes sense, I only got into enough
You could have
trouble
been
that
a
an
lot
ass
worse.
beating
You could have got
or
away
a
with a lot worse.
grounding would cover it. You know.
You could have got away with a lot worse. I
I
hear you.
know, cause I'm scary. The only people that get away with stuff are people who think they invincible, and I ain't never thought I was invincible. So I didn't do it.
I hear that shit.
You ever notice when you feel like you gonna get caught? If you do it, you get caught. You gotta
Yeah.
be in that place where you think nobody can touch you. That's the only way you get away with it.
I mean,
Well,
you just
most of
gotta
those people
know that.
have to have experienced that numerous of times that they was able to get away with shit for them to to even build up that type of confidence. Now, if you're the type of person who have experienced when you did take a risk, most of the time it didn't work out the way you want to, you tend to learn. I'm not that fucking lucky. I need to sit my ass down.
I had to
For
learn to
real
pick
though.
my risk. Like the small risk, you just learn your lesson. Like, now look at you. Look at your dumb ass. You got caught doing some stupid
You be
shit.
sitting
Yeah.
up there like, yo, why?
You stole a candy bar, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
probably because my mama didn't play no games. You know how like on the door there's like the beep beep, that like chime thing?
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That shit was on the windows too. It was on the windows. You open that goddamn window, beep beep, let back window open.
Back
Your
window
mom was
open.
on it.
Why you opening your window? Close my window.
Who opened that motherfucking window? Yup.
Close my window. Like, that's
You don't
crazy.
pay for no air up in here.
I was sneaking
Yeah.
out. I was gonna close it. That's
Your
crazy.
mom was on it. She was on it. She had
I
the whole
know.
house booby trap. Fuck
For
me.
real. For real. She said none of my kids are going. None of them.
Damn.
She wasn't just like a helicopter mom. She wasn't. She just it. She's very. It's much. It was more about safety. She was like it
Yeah,
was like
she didn't have to
super
be.
safety.
She was living in a very, modern time where you could just have like back in the day when my old ass was young, they used to put nails in your window. That was the security alarm. You can't open this motherfucker. Doc up,
I
put a
remember that.
nail in your motherfucking window. I gotta take this motherfucker out. You know? I was like, damn.
I don't remember that. I barely remember the cord phones. Like I remember it. It was in my childhood, but like I
You
don't.
weren't able to use the phone then. You just
Oh
saw
no
other
no!
people
I
on it.
hated using that phone because someone else could pick up the other one and be in your whole conversation.
On
I
my
hated
life.
that shit.
I ain't gonna
On my
front. I
life.
really didn't like the I didn't like the cord phones either, especially the one that you had to spin with the dial thing.
The
You had to spin
rotary,
around.
the rotary. She
Oh
said
my
the one with
fucking
the
god,
dog
I
phone.
You
hated
did
that
not
phone.
have a rotary phone. I
I'm
thought
Rotary
that was
old.
from the
phone.
1940s.
I'm old. Like, listen, I didn't like that rotary phone. Like, that's why I never stayed on the phone. Like, I never talked on the phone.
I
I
fucked
wasn't
with
no
that
talking on the
rotary
phone
phone.
people. Like, I need to see you in person. Like, seriously.
That
Like,
rotary phone was our salvation back in the day. When
MJ
you
said,
got to
I'm
that
not
last
spinning
number,
this stupid shit.
when you got to that last number and you put it in right,
yep,
nigga, that was a victory.
it was a victory because
That
I used to
motherfucker
What
call
start
happens
people
if
ringing.
all
you
the
mess up?
time.
How did you know if you messed up? Did it just call someone else or
Nah,
like
it be
did it?
like do do do.
Yeah,
The number
exactly.
you,
Oh my
yeah,
god.
I done
I'm
fucked up.
sorry. The number that you called is
Is
not
not a
correct.
registered agent.
MJ, you
Can you
better
please?
do that, boys. Yes.
Hell yeah. It ain't nothing like starting over. You get to that six number and you fuck up, your
Yep.
fingers flip and it shoot back. Like, damn, you done dialed one. Damn.
Exactly. You ain't never want to dial that number again. You ain't want to never try to dial on the phone again because your fingers hurt. Like especially if you had like little stubby fingers, you can't even get your
Uh,
fingers in the little hole to actually like turn it or anything like that. It
you on
hurt.
that
It used to be
phone.
painful to try to make a phone call. Fuck that shit.
And I was at my grandparents' crib. Used to have a little notebook next to the phone with all the phone numbers and shit.
You know what? I ain't even gonna front. Like I think that's
That
that's
black
something
book.
that we need to bring back because people do not know nobody phone numbers these
Oh,
days.
as
If
long as you know how to
you
spell your Instagram name, we can find
like literally like if you was in an emergency you'd be like damn where's my phone because
you
you
on
don't
my
even
life.
know nobody's phone numbers today. Like I still remember like the only phone numbers I remember is like my old house number and my grandmother's number, her old number, like old school stuff. But if it
Yeah.
comes down to anybody numbers today, man, listen, I don't
You
know
know
your
what a
fucking number.
motherfuckers used to be like, can I use your phone? Now motherfuckers be like, can I use your phone? Can I log into your Facebook?
Yep.
Log out your Facebook so I can log into mine.
Exactly.
Be like, hold on,
Seriously.
fam, what's up? I need to get the
That
ketchup
used to
packet.
be safe. If you even think about all the things that used to be safe, that's not even safe no more. You can't do that these days. You can't let somebody use your phone.
Nope.
Somebody had asked me one time that they wanted to use my phone so they can log into their account and to see if they can like pick up send a message to one of their friends because I guess they were trying to meet their friends at this spot and it was like I'm like, well, why can't you use your phone? You have a fucking phone in your hand. And it was like, oh, my phone is dead. My phone died. So they literally asked me if I can log out so they can get into, so they can log into their messenger so they can send a message
They'd
to
have
their
been
friend.
stuck.
Yeah, no, they showed up, but it was just weird because like I said, I'm not from the era where you do shit like that. Like you don't just come up to somebody and
Yeah.
ask me, can you log out of this account and I'm gonna go all in your phone to get to
Dang.
my account so you can send a message to your friend. Like, what?
Motherfucker, be in your pictures.
That's what that's the first thing I'm thinking. Like, why you want to be all up in my phone and shit? Like, I don't even know you. Like, this is
Hell
it
nah.
was so weird, and I looked at that person like they was so weird.
Yeah, because motherfuckers they grab your phone, share your location with them
Yo,
24 hours.
isn't that the
Yeah, I
truth?
definitely don't know enough about technology to be letting people use. They can do all types of stuff. Some people are so good. If you send them your picture, they can literally find where you took that picture at. Like
Yeah,
they can find your location based off of your something something address. It's a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, you could do a lot with pictures. You know, you could definitely do a lot with pictures, and you could pinpoint and yeah, like you said, just find out the location. You could probably even find out when that picture was taken, like the exact date. You know.
That code in a motherfucker. That's why
Yeah,
you need a VPN. VPNs hide your identity on.
that is true. But the funny thing about it is that like most of the time, people who get VPNs are ones who are like out of state, like overseas and stuff like that. Like it's more of a safer way for them to actually be on the internet and things of that sort by using a VPN number. And then it's pushed in in the states to use regular internet provider services.
Mm-hmm.
Um, not off of what you just said, MJ, but the thing you said before that. That's actually why I stopped putting pictures of little people up on my Facebook when I was active. I haven't been active on my Facebook for like a year. I tried to delete it, I couldn't. But um, there was a whole article saying that by the time the kids of this generation, basically like kids right now that are like 2, 1, 4, those ages, when they're an adult, there will be the largest amount of identity theft because of all of the pictures and information that people my age and MJ's age, I don't know how old you are as well.
I'm up there.
But because of how many pictures and all the information that we put on Facebook just willy-nilly, like, oh, happy birthday to my blah blah blah. Like,
Now,
habits are
motherfuckers,
just
look,
keeping up with these people. Okay,
motherfucker
you know
will
what I
tell
mean?
your ass on Facebook, drop a picture, no makeup, with your real age.
All the time,
I
especially
said, nigga, if that ain't data collecting,
it is all data collective. Like
what?
seriously.
Drop a picture, no makeup. Like, then you trying to get a base picture of a motherfucker?
Like you even have to be like careful when they have those posters talking about oh drop your location and your birthday and all the stuff like that. Like those people just be like catching up all information about people. You just think it's like a regular
A
group
year
where they
later,
just
they got a
posting
whole profile on your ass because you
facts.
answering a
For
new
real
question
though.
every week. Every week. What's your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Pisces in the building. Drop your high school.
Yep.
Like, one by one. Drop a picture from 10 years ago to now. Shit
Yep.
like
They
that.
that they do that. They were
Drop a
like
picture with your
that
favorite
10-year
brother or sister.
I would not. I would not even put it past it that 10-year challenge that they had where people had to drop one picture that was 10 years ago and a previous picture was all a fucking setup. Just like,
Hey, hey, them motherfuckers like these motherfuckers stupid, dad.
and
Like, watch this. Drop the the middle two digits of your social security. That shows something.
not
Motherfuckers
even.
be
Oh
that
my
bitch.
god! Especially the ones when they say, "Oh, say the last say the last two digits of your phone number and then and something else, right?" And it's like, why are you giving people this information though?
Please stop. Yeah. Please stop.
Like, why are you
Yeah,
doing
nah,
it?
that's real. That's real. 6 months
Like,
later, they got
so,
a whole profile on your ass. Family members, nicknames, all type of shit.
Speaking of oversharing, sometimes like before I knew what I was doing on YouTube, I went onto a panel once and I didn't realize it was one of these like red pillars. I don't really know if he was red pill or not, but like he started asking me personal questions when I came up to answer a very specific question. And I realized like a lot of these coaches or gurus or whatever, they be asking some of these women questions I don't think none of them should answer. Like, but they do. And I can't. The oversharing these days is a little too intense.
well,
Too
that
much for you.
I mean, you got like first of all, most I hate to say this, but most of these dudes, especially when it comes down to YouTube and anything affiliated with the red pill, black pill, blue pill, and all that stuff like that, you're dealing with a bunch of fucking creeps and weirdos, and they are asking those creepy ass fucking questions for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like the type of people who be like, "Oh, we'll find out she in my city." You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, "Oh,
No,
she been
yes,
around this
for
area."
real. For real, this one dude, I think I might have been on Q Butter's panel. You might have been there, but Tequila was there for sure. There was somebody he owned land or something. I hope someone in the freaking audience remembers. Um, he owned land and or he was off the grid. There we go. And he was like, oh, well, where do you live? I'm like, I live in Texas. Yeah, well, where in Texas? In the middle, motherfucker? What do you mean? Like, he's like, what city? Mind your business. I can't. I'm not going to tell you where I live. What if you live where I live? I don't want to see you. I don't. We can have a viral relationship. That's all I want. I don't want to see you in person. I don't want to be shopping at Walmart looking ratchet and then you pop up.
Look
I
at
don't want
ratchet.
what if I'm like in the process of braiding my hair, and then I catch you somewhere? No, no thanks.
Like I wouldn't care if somebody like saw me not looking my best. I would be more freaked out as why are you following me? Why the fuck are you stalking me? Like why are you now in the facility and location? If I haven't had a personal conversation with you that I am going to talk to you and link up with you, and there should be no reason why I magically now am seeing you after having a virtual conversation.
For real though, I'd be beyond creeped out because I don't even have a channel. Like, if you stalking me and I'm a guest, you a mega creeper.
Creepster.
Jeepers creepers, jeepers creepers. But that's how we do it. That's why you
Yeah.
have to be very careful, Like I mean, I know people I think that what it is that, some
Right.
people
You gotta make sure your name doesn't pop up on the fucking YouTube.
Well, I'm sorry, man. My defenses failed me, man. Cause I sure looked. I'm like, this. I don't know, but I might have had a new guest. Silly me. He's finna come set it off. Hey, y'all.
No, I mean, I guess I understand why people do share because, like, if especially if you're a person who don't have anything to hide and you generally just trying to have genuine conversation with someone, you're not thinking about people being, malicious when they're asking you certain questions or trying to use information against you and stuff like that. Like that's like so it catch you by surprise that literally that's people's MO, right? Even though that's not your MO. So I just think that that's where it's like, damn. Like even sometimes you be like, Dad, can I even have a fucking conversation anymore? I think that's why a lot of people don't. There's some people who are confident to join the panels, and there's a lot of people who are really not confident to join the panels just off of that.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
the
crazy.
only panel I really liked, I joined like 3 panels in total. Well, no, 4. Never mind, because I did Taz once, I think, maybe. Anyway, but the only panel I really liked was this one because the other 2, when I was first on YouTube, that I like tried to join, they do. Everyone steers the conversation of their own channel, but some do it to an extent that they are literally shaping what you're saying by cutting you off at certain points, like being mean
Mm-hmm.
to you, like this is my channel. Like, bro, I really just tried to finish a 5-word sentence. That was all. You stopped me at the second word because it sounded good for what you wanted me to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, like that's just like that's what's gonna happen when you go to certain people's channel because certain people's channel is not really about actual open discussions. Certain people's channels are literally about is either an echo chamber or it's a chance for them to disrespect and degrade people for their audience type of channel. So if you feel that your stuff is being chopped and screwed or they're you'll say something and if it's something that goes against whatever nonsense they're saying and then they put you in the back and then they bring you back on, but see nobody got a chance to hear what you said because they put you in the back. And then when you come on, after saying, after putting in the extra information that you wanted to get out, and make it seem like you didn't know what you were saying, like you wasn't making sense, or you're talking nonsense. Like, you just gotta have an understanding on what panels you're joining and who the content creator is, so you'll understand like what's their MO and what's the point about it.
Yeah, I really had to learn that because this one dude, he asked me, he was like, who's the highest earning dude you've seen today? I said, I don't know. He was like, well, guess. I was like, if I had to guess, I don't know, maybe like 100,000. He's like, where did you see him at? I was like, at the gas station. He's like, what does it look like? This, that, and the third. I was like, I guess because he looked nice, he was put together, he had a decent car. Then he stopped me and went on a whole thing about how women don't know what high value is. I never met nobody with $100,000. I was like, bro, you literally told me to guess about strangers, and now you're trying to grill me. It's
Right.
like I got
And that
off of
was
there
his,
and
and
never
that
went
was
back.
literally his whole purpose, right? Because he wanted to get an understanding of the basic minimal that you can probably, suggest that will make you think somebody is high value, and then make it turn and flip it around and make it seem that you're superficial and you don't know what high value is. It was the whole reason why he did that, because you're asking somebody superficial things so you can clown them when you ask them to answer a superficial question. So me, I like to play with people who like to play with my intelligence. I would have been like, well, what tell me, why don't you tell me what you think a high value person is, and how can you and how do you know the difference, and let it be not superficial. Like, you're not going to ask me a superficial question and then try to disrespect me and try to make it seem and paint me as I'm being superficial when you was the one who asked that superficial question. I will make him answer his own fucking question first.
Facts, but I kind of pretty much, like I said, I just ran. I was like, okay, no, this is not, because I don't know how to explain. He shaped it like this was like he was a middle ground, if it makes sense. I was listening and he sounded like, I'm not on woman team, I'm on a male's team. And the things he was saying was sounding like he was telling men to step up. But then he also threw in a few things that sounded real kitten heels. So it was very, I, I just didn't know the room. I didn't read the room. And when I was originally on there, like the first 5 minutes I was on there, and then he asked a question, I went to jump on and didn't realize who he was or what he was doing. He's pretty much trying to be like a better version of KS, a quote unquote better version of KS, but it just was weird.
Yeah, he tell you the truth, he's he's probably one of KS's minions. He probably thinks very highly of him, and he's trying to do the double advocate type of scenario that KS does. I mean, that's how KS gets women to call into his show. He puts on a great facade that he's here trying to help women, when pretty much he's there to disrespect and degrade women for his audience, because that's what they pay him in super chats for. And then also basically basically start manipulating, on, I wouldn't say manipulate, but like basically is, what is it, grooming, like re-grooming,
Mm-hmm.
re-grooming a insecure woman mind, because you have to be an insecure woman to go on his show asking a man like him any dating advice. And I don't understand that either. Like, I really wish women would stop doing that shit. Okay, like, why are you asking random stranger men dating advice?
I think in their mind, they're like, if I want to know what men like, I should ask men. But, I don't know. I heard the thing they say you don't ask you don't ask the purchaser how much something should be priced.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, but like even in that, right? Like, when you're sitting up there and you're asking a man, what do men like? Like, there's certain things you can get advice for men on, right? But I really think that dating should not be one of them, right? Because when you're asking a guy or asking these strangers, right? This is not like your father. This is not like your brother. This is not like your uncle or something like that, right? If you have these type of male figures in your life, right? You're not asking them. You're asking a complete stranger. You're giving a complete stranger an inside depth of the things that you're having problem with within the dating line, and you think that they're not going to take that information and use it against you. So you're gonna just give him the whole fucking. You're gonna give him everything that he needs to know, so he'll know what to say, what not to say with you, he'll know what you're looking for. He'll know what will trigger you. He'll know everything. He'll know how to read you like a book, and all he has to and if he does have a manipulating spirit and he does want to use you, he don't have good attention for you. It would be so easy for him to do it. And then to do that shit on fucking social media or on internet where thousands of dudes and thousands of guys who probably have the same mentality as him is listening to it. And you guys, like you said before, you don't know who is in your area, who's not in your area, and you don't know who's you're gonna run across because a lot of these people don't have, they don't show their face. They have an avatar. You see what I'm saying? So like you expose yourself. And then now everybody who's in your area who's a fucking dirtbag is gonna be looking for you. And he had a whole fucking show where he knows how he could fucking manipulate you and take advantage of you.
For real though, they spammed the heck out of that one chick. The very first one, the one that made him go viral, the woman who made him go viral.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what they did to her, but like they were like calling her. She had threats. I mean, just things like that. I don't know what else happened, but it was crazy.
No,
And
it was a lot. It was a
another one
lot.
of the things that made me question is like when some of these dudes be asking weight, and like, do y'all not realize that depending on the woman, like, how do I say, and they are all 200 pounds, and each one of them can look totally different. One can look sloppy, one could look like an hourglass, one could be big on bottom, one could be big on top. Like, it's weird how some of them use weight like it's like weight is very specific. Like body shape matters too, height matters as well, the BMI matters as well. So it's really strange when they just
Like they gonna pick your ass up or some shit. Like I need to know how much you weigh because I like to pick my girl up a lot. What the fuck? Man, that
I
shit
mean,
crazy.
if you're a man and you can't pick up 250, I'm just saying.
Then
Like
you'll
you
deserve
should be able to pick up most women if you.
Like, man, listen, like that's why, like, I don't know, like I just really think that everybody has a right to say what they whatever they want to say, but you don't have to listen to it, or you don't have to take it to heart and be like, okay, well, this person says this, then I need to start doing. No, like stop listening to these fucking
when I hear
dudes,
shit like
man.
that, it's like real talk. I was like oblivious of like the conversation y'all having, that crowd, right? I still haven't watched the Kevin Samuels.
That's good. Don't watch
Probably my
it.
second time saying
I've
his name.
never
But
watched it
I ain't
like
never watched one of
on
his
his
shows
stuff.
either. I just have always
Yeah,
heard.
like
I've
clips.
heard from others. I never watched the show because
mm,
I'm not like I'm sorry. I'm not into abuse. Okay? Like that's not enjoyable to me. Like I don't go and gravitate to things that like to harm me, insult me. I'm not into that. That's not a foreplay for me. I'm not for that. So there's no reason that I would
Agreed.
ever go on his show and watch his show so I can feel a certain kind of way. I mean, I don't give a fuck what that dude say. I don't
And
care what that dude say. Like,
and for me, it's kind of like I agree with you, MJ. For me, it's kind of like, and no offense to you, Suave, because I know you're in the male species, but dudes will f animals. Dudes will fuck whales. Okay, most of them women on the 600-pound life have husbands, so nobody can tell me nothing. Never.
that's what my initial thought was. Like these sound like some privileged motherfuckers, dog. Like life's just gotta be okay in every other category to where you like. I never would have thought to ask a woman how much she weigh. Like that's not a normal question.
those are not normal people.
I need
Those
to know
are.
that, like, if we finna jump, or like if some extreme shit finna happen, like, how much you weigh? I need to know so I know what type of rope to make, But I don't know,
No,
man.
Right. It got
but
to be
those are
real
not normal
specific.
people. Those are not normal people asking questions like that. That's somebody with insecurities, very deep insecurities. That's somebody who got played for, got joked on because they was a short dude in their school, probably like no more than 5'1". That's somebody who used to get played about their fucking hairline. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody who used to get joked on and clowned on about little things about
Exactly.
themselves.
But the other
And
half of it is now they're influential and popular. And
and now
they're
they want to
using
wreak
that.
havoc.
Thank you. And like this world is like encouraging that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All the like I get the underdog story. I get the all of that. But it's never until you convert to that dark, wicked bullshit where they like, now this is what it is. Like all the people went through the same stuff, but they still encourage people. They still humble. They still that's boring as shit. That gets no fucking tread. But
Mm-hmm.
someone who just blankly, I'm waiting for you to hit the panel so I can insult you in the most sophisticated way you ever been insulted. And it's a non-stop bottomless pit
Mm-hmm.
of callers. I said, well, what the fuck? This is the easiest shit in the world. Click. No.
But see, that's the problem though. Like the same people who will sit up there and they'll tell you their sob stories about the things that they have happened to them and occurred in their life will want to pass, give the worst cruel treatment to people who wasn't the ones who did that to you. And they get a pass and everybody praise them and say, "Oh, oh, look at you now, look at you now." But yeah, you're worse than the people that you used to complain about. You're no better. If anything, it seems that the problem was not the treatment that you got. The problem was that you wasn't able to do it to anybody until now. You wanted to have the same opportunity to do what your quote unquote bullier or somebody did to you.
Yeah,
So it
true.
was never about the treatment.
Yeah.
So that's what that like to me that makes you disingenuous when you sit up here and you want to whine and cry about all the things that has happened to you, but you do it to other people. Like I'm not gonna have no respect for you at that point. Like fuck your past. like seriously.
I ain't fuck that.
Man.
Yeah, man. And the people here are supporting you. They're supporting you. Like you have 1,000 people in your chat here to say, what do you have to say today? And all you can do is talk bullshit. And the thing,
Because
that shit
that's what
crazy.
they came, those that's what those people came for, right? It's entertaining to them and it's entertaining, it's fun, it's not that serious until it's them. Like those are the people that usually be in the chat, right? Those are
Mhm.
exactly the ones who's in the chat. Because if it's them, oh, this is fucked up, they're ready to go to war, all that shit like that. But it's okay to see somebody else get dragged. It's okay to see somebody else, get disrespected or played or whatever. Not, it's fun
And that's
there. It's
all the
entertaining.
that's all the motherfuckers who was getting who just wasn't socially so they I don't know, uh it's just a recognition of who the fuck you are. Like you're not that. You know what I'm saying? But it's a whole community of them motherfuckers. Like finally, we win it. We get to talk shit, and they love that shit behind them avatars. That shit crazy.
Oh yeah.
That shit crazy.
Oh
That
yeah.
shit
They
is
they
crazy.
enjoy it. They enjoy it. It's the kink of life for them. You know what I'm saying? It gets them all tingly inside. It's like Christmas Day.
I've noticed a lot of dudes just can't take nothing. Like they just can't take shit. Like they act like no one else has had their heart broken. They act like no one else has been bullied. Like even that there's this thing I've heard too many dudes say, like when they have kids, they're like, I just gotta get myself together. What you think she gotta do? It's
Nigga,
just like they just
your
can't
self
take
is
nothing.
over with. You got to get these kids shit together. Your shit is over. That's what a motherfucker told me. I didn't have a childhood, nigga. Who did? We got children, and I didn't even have no children at this time. But I took that shit serious. Shit, yeah, that shit crazy. Once you got a baby, man, and you ain't even on your schedule no more. You might be able to get some shit in there. You might be able. You gonna get some shit in there. You black. You gonna get some shit in there. Ain't no motherfucker gonna go crazy, run themselves dead, trying to be no parent. Motherfucker, let your ass go. Like, I'm putting the
These
Lord's hand. I put
these
You so
stairs
silly.
these stairs take anybody else out. Anybody. Anybody else feel their chest collapsing and their thighs burning? Am I alone? I, I don't think your knees supposed to creak at this age.
At this
I'm
age,
too young to be so old. Ooh, shit.
nah, that's the truth right there. Shit, I'd pick my kids up a lot less if I knew that shit. I mean, I can't keep picking you up there every time you want me to pick
Wrong with
you
them.
up. No. See, Mama's smart. Mama makes sure she gonna live to be 100. No. Tell your daddy pick you up. Daddy in the living room, he rolling on the floor, letting them choke him out. Oh, you got me. They kill you minutes at a time, man. Sucking the life out your old ass. You gonna be in the house.
I be feeling bad too, but sometimes kids get to the point where they just not pick upable no more, but they still think they are. So they're like, "Oh, pick me up." They're all tired and crying, and you're like, "I'm sorry, get up, walk." Well, I can't pick you up. I cannot pick you up. Come on. And they just look so brokenhearted, like you just destroyed everything inside
They
of them.
graduated. I'll never be
Yeah.
picked up again. I'll never be
Yeah,
picked up.
it's hard when you get them to that phase where they can't understand that your ass is almost 100 pounds and I'm not fucking carrying your ass like you fucking 30 pounds. Like, like I'm not gonna be doing that. Like, no, you're gonna have to get the fuck off. But like you sitting on my chest is me not being able to fucking extend my lungs completely. And I
And they still want to play with you like they're
yes.
little. You be getting elbowed and socked, and you're like, this is violence. This is domestic
I know. That's how
violence.
I feel now with my son. I be like, he won't put me in a headlock. I'm like, why are you doing that? Why you want to hurt mommy? He's like, what, mommy? I'm just playing. Like, no, your fucking hips hurt now. Like, chill. Like,
As I say, ain't no play fighting. Shit. Fighting is to take people about this motherfucker.
he's like, he want to squeeze me, give me a
My
bear
kids,
hug.
my kids' brother used to always say, "I don't know why y'all keep playing with him. You know you end up crying." And motherfuckers always get mad and shit. Man, they was
Yup.
jumping me, man. Then somebody would do something stupid, fall off
Yup.
the bed or some goofy dumb ass shit. Like, damn, man, come on,
Yes.
we having a
And
good
no one
time.
tells you that. No one tells you that with parenting. No one tells you something. Someone will always be shitty, hungry, pissy, hurt, have hurt someone else, broken something of theirs, broken something of you. Like it will literally be something every day, and no one tells you. Big or small, something every day. No one tells you that. No one tells you that even if you don't expose kids to like things, sometimes they just know. I'm dead ass. I didn't expose my kids to almost nothing. I don't know how they learned some of the things they did. Like, I'm like, listen, you cannot sumo slam your brother. You
I
just
expose
can't.
my kids to nothing. Hey, listen, I expose my kids to almost nothing, and they in the room slamming the shit out of each other. Figure
For
No,
four
for real
real.
though.
leg
It's
lock,
serious though. You're like, but it's serious.
figure four leg lock, camel clutch, DDTs and shit.
Yes,
Like,
for
y'all don't watch
real.
wrestling. Bingo said
No,
this.
he never. The worst thing that he's watched was Power Rangers, and that was at my mom's house. Cause here they don't get to watch TV. There's one TV left out of 6 televisions. There's one left, and that's mine. They can't have it. I'm sorry. So they don't watch TV. You don't get exposed to nothing. You didn't broke everything. You can sit and breathe. You can sit and breathe.
She said you could sit and breathe.
You ain't breaking my TV.
I'm not joking because I didn't even do them how I was done. I didn't get them no box TV. They didn't have no shitty stuff. I got them some nice stuff and they destroyed it. And then they're like, oh, let's watch moms. No.
Y'all TV gonna have a big back with the red, white, and yellow jacks on that motherfucker. You gonna have a $50 DVD player in that motherfucker.
Oh my
Look,
god.
I
real.
absolutely hate you, Swab.
That's how sad your life gonna be. You just gonna know, like,
Oh no,
even,
because in 2022, oh, that's a CPS offense.
hey,
Like these days, anything, don't even flick your child in public.
Nah, you go get away with it till they go to somebody else's house and see that big ass
Nah, you can't
55 inch
even.
Hitachi. And they go see that screen in somebody else's house and be like, that shit look real. Man, they
For
gonna come
real.
home mad as hell. They gonna come down, plop down on the couch on your ass.
You
And
can't
kids will get
even.
you in trouble, like in trouble for nothing. Like my kid decided to scream bloody murder in the Walmart parking lot after I popped him once for acting a plum nigga fool. I had a person approach me. You shouldn't be popping him. Listen, do you guys have? It was a couple, a Mexican couple. It was probably in their 40s or something. But you know they age bad, so I don't know. But they approached me because he was screaming like he was dying. And kids hate parents, I guess.
Wow.
No,
So
they
they
do
were
that
like,
on purpose
you
because
can't do that.
they be wanting to get somebody else involved. That's why they put on a performance. They put on a show. And like you gotta like that's why you have to have those conversations with your kids. Like, listen, like I mean, I'm not trying to tell you that you don't have a right to feel sad or upset or mad or something like that, or even even cry. I'm not telling you that you can't do any of that. But when you're screaming like to the top of your lungs and carry on like that, you're giving the impression to outside people that I am hurting you, or I'm not disciplining you, right? Like properly, I'm doing something that I'm not supposed to do. So when people start to get involved, they're going to come in that way. So you can like you can get mommy in trouble. Like you got to let them know, like, listen, if you're carrying on because you don't really want to deal with the consequences, you can end up losing mommy, you know what I'm saying, for absolutely nothing. Mommy can go to jail, you know what I'm saying, because a nosy person who didn't know what was really going on assumed that I did something that was inappropriate, and then now you're not even gonna be living with mommy anymore, and at the end of the day, you're gonna be hurt and painful that you're not gonna be around your mom anymore, when all it was at that particular time, you just really wanted that toy, and I told you no, and then I just and I said no, and I gave you a little pop on the hand or something like that, and you acting like I done threw you into the goddamn fucking car or something like that, and broke
For
ribs.
real. Most of those screams came from him trying to squirm. Like he screamed the most before he even got popped. Have you ever seen
It was the
kids try to avoid
premeditation
getting
of the
their ass
pain.
beat? You know how they be squirming and like
Oh, please don't. No, no, no. And why
and
you do
no one ever tells you that if you're not coordinated, you can miss. I've hurt myself by hitting a knee before, an elbow, to the point where I'm
that?
just like, you know what? Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
That's why parents got to get really good with that stare depth. You know what I'm saying? That's
Oh,
that stare depth where you could just you gaze in on your child so good that you scared the death out of them, you scared the life out of them. Like they like, oh my god, like they don't even say anything. They just shut up and they look another they look another direction. Yeah, I get really good like that because these
That
days, like I
only
said, you
works
can't
on
even
my
scream.
oldest.
You can't even scream at your kid. You cannot even scream at your kid
For
in the
real
public.
though, for real.
man,
That
I
only
know
works
you
on my
better not ever
oldest
in your
though.
life do that again.
You
That
can't
only
even
I
do
works
bet
on
my
that.
my
kids
oldest
proud of
though.
the
Do you
phone.
have any charming kids? Like any kids that are just charming, like or funny? Like
Oh,
it
all of
don't
them.
work on those kids. Those kids will make you laugh in the middle of being mad, and then they'll start smiling because like you didn't fucked up. You didn't show them that
And
they
you ain't
Mm-hmm.
really mad, but you have to discipline them. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it's like you really like this motherfucker. Yeah, man. Why would you do that? And they like, oh, you smiling. Right. See, you got a problem.
Yep.
Yeah, like don't get it twisted. Don't let the face
Right, but
don't
that's
smile
they
and make you think
do.
you
Those
okay. Yeah.
charismatic children,
Yes, some of
they're
them are
deadly.
good. They're good. My middle baby, he'll be in the like I'll like give him the death stare, and then he'll blow a kiss at me, and I'll be like,
Oh nah,
and it's
hell.
just too cute though. It is too cute, and I just try to keep the face, but then he'll come up and hug me. I'm like, you're gross. Get off. And now he's not even in trouble because it was just too good. It was too clean. It was too much. Then he'll pick up whatever. It's like he self corrects, but like it's only until he can do it again.
Yeah, it's only until that time. It's only until it's the next time he's gonna need that out, and he know exactly when to hit that button. Like, let me bring on that smile because mommy cannot defeat the smile.
And I used to feel bad for my oldest because he couldn't get out of it. He's not as charming, but he started being truthful. So I'm like, "Did you do X, Y, and Z?" I'm like, he'll like smack his brother real hard for nothing. I'm like, "Did you just hit him?" He'll be like,
Yes.
"Yeah." Like shit. Now what do you do? He didn't told the truth. You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. You just like don't hit him. Give me a hug.
I mean, what can you do? Because once you tell your kids, you want your kids to tell you the truth, right? You want your kids to have that bond and honesty with you where they can tell you everything. So, I mean, manned up and say, yeah, I hit him.
You can't
You
get
can't
it.
even do nothing.
After that, what else can you do?
You gotta say, hit him back. Hit him back. Yeah.
You can't do anything after that. I mean, all you can do is say, like, don't hit him. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that.
And it just sticks you. It makes you real stuck. Like,
right,
okay.
because you're expecting kids to lie.
Yeah.
No, I didn't do it.
Mm-mm.
I didn't take this. You know, that's the first thing that you're expecting, for them to lie to try to get out of the situation. But once they take accountability, it's like, fuck.
And he'll do it with a quickness. He will admit with a quickness. Yes.
I'm like, why did you do it? I don't know. Okay, who do stuff and don't know why they do? Stupid people. Are you stupid? No. Don't do it no more then. If you're gonna do something, know why you did it.
I asked him why once, and he looked at me like I asked him, "What's the root of the universe?"
He
Like
wasn't ready.
Yes, he looked at me like, "What you mean? Why?"
He leveled up on my ass.
No, that's why you have to come. That's why when they do tell the truth, you do have to come up with that secondary question, because they do look at you with the face like, damn, she just asked me what is pie? Like, is pi 3.3? Like, what is the square root? Like, they look like because sometimes they really don't know why they did it, or if they really do know why they did it, they don't really want to tell you. Because if it's something like malicious, then they know you're going to be upset that you know that they did it on purpose. You know, it's weird. It's a weird situation.
I don't even ask them about intent anymore, like purpose, because everything they do is purpose. Like when they break stuff, they broke it on purpose. But I can tell it's not like out of rage or nothing. Like they broke it because they want to see it disassembled. They want to see what made this what it was. You know what I mean?
Look it apart.
Yeah.
Using that terminology. Okay. She said this shit broke. If I'm gonna put it back together, mama, it ain't broke.
That's what they think, but then they realize they can't.
And then don't put nothing together.
They put it back together. TV ain't got no color no more.
And then they're like, oh, now I understand why I shouldn't have took it apart.
It's broke. All right, it's broke. You right.
And when they do stuff, when they're like younger, they look at you like you're supposed to fart a new one out your ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to fix it instantaneously. Like, no, I have to order this. You'll be waiting a month. Why did you do this?
A month? Shit, that's it. That's your TV until you grew up. You was gonna grow up with that TV a month.
Oh no, I'm not big balling. I get the TVs from Walmart. You know, they still not cheap. I'm not gonna lie. $400, $500, $700 not cheap to me. But I just go ahead and get them from Walmart. Bring it straight home.
Shit, your ass break the TV. I don't know what.
No, they're gonna be. If my son broke my TV, he will be watching black and white until he can get a goddamn job and buy his own damn TV. Like, no, you're not gonna break my TV. There's no way, no. And I don't have many either. And I make sure that I don't have TVs in our bedroom, because the TV is supposed to be in the living room. So you have to watch TV in the living room, and bedroom is for bed. That's what it is. It's for going to sleep. Maybe you can read your book, or you can journal or something like that. But yeah, there's no TVs in the bedroom, because these little kids as hell. They'll be like, okay, you send in the bed, like, okay, mom, and then they be sitting up there with the TV fucking on all night while you're thinking that they're asleep. Then they wake up all tired in the morning with bags under their eyes, and you're like, I know I put that kid to bed at 8 o'clock. Why are you so ruggedy and don't want to get out the bed? Because you've been up all night
All night.
TV.
On my life.
Hell no, that's why I'm like, no TVs in the bed. If anything, if you ain't gonna go to sleep, you're damn for sure gonna look at a black wall in your room. or
You know
the,
what's worse than a TV for these kids these days? Those fucking tablets. I curse the day my mom introduced tablets to my children's lives. Like they saw my. I have a younger sister who's still growing up, so they got her tablet, and it went to hell. So I ended up having to get them their own, and I know it sounds silly saying I had to, but yes, children will make you do something. They will eventually, if they want it bad enough, you're forced into it,
pretty much.
and they'll stay up all night. Like it's bad. It's like a whole addiction, worse than TV.
But see, because the tablet, you could do everything, right? Like it's just literally having like a mobile television, a mobile computer, a mobile like play game, stuff like
It's
that. Like everything, everything they're into is on the
That's
tablet.
it's a life dashboard.
It really is.
They own that thing.
It really is. Like they can do everything on that shit. Like for real. Like watch movies. You can put Disney Plus on it and all that stuff like that. They just do everything with that tablet. Like I'm telling you, like that's their like form of cell phone. If they don't have a cell phone yet, the tablet is their cell phone.
Yeah. And
You
old people.
know, you know what makes me sad about the times we're in right now? I would love to do like I would love to put my kids in camps and all this type of stuff. But you always got to question everything these days. Like you got to question the safety, you got to question the staff. It's just like you can't even do. There's so many more things available now than there were then, but it's like you can't even do as many things as you could then now. Do you get what I'm saying? Like you were more free then, like back in the day. Like even in my time, you were more free than now, but there's more things to do now. It's just less safe.
Right, because people are maniacs. They're maniacs. They're very creepy. They're weirdos. We have more weirdo people, and the thing about it is, like, weirdos are not shunned. Like back in my days,
Stop.
weirdos were shunned. Like they couldn't hang with anybody. They couldn't be a part of the community. They was left wherever. So there was a certain type of thing that was going on, but now like everything is very inclusive. Everybody has to be with everybody, and mixing with them is like
Mm-hmm.
it's not safe. It's definitely not safe. Like you got people now who like even with the camps, right? Like the camps, like because I wanted my son to go away to like a go away camp. I don't trust it.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't trust it at all. Like the stories and the things that I've heard that has happened with those go away camps now,
Mm-hmm.
I can't even trust like even sending my son away like that.
Hell no.
I mean, because you also have the fear, like, what if my kid is one of those kids that just doesn't say anything? Because there are plenty of victims walking around that have never told anyone or never told their parents. Maybe they told that one friend that one time, but like they never told anyone significant.
Right. But see, like I said, the conditioning the conditioning of how we were back then and the conditioning of how we are now is completely different, because we have always had people who used to touch children, right? We used to always have situations where kids went to camp and something happened with a camp counselor, or there was something that went on or whatever. Not like, shoot, they made movies about it. You remember the Porgies movie, all the fucking teen high school movies and stuff like that. Like these situations has always been talked about and discussed, but there was a level of that's just kids shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what teenagers do, or blah blah blah. And that was the social norm back then. Like, but now since we're so woke and so conscious, right? Now everything is like everybody's a predator. You know, everybody's perverted. Nobody can be trusted, and pretty much you can go to jail for anything. So, you know, so since everybody's more aware of things that used to be accepted back then, and it's not accepted back now, it's like, is it even really worth it?
Yeah, I remember they used to send us to church. I used to be looking at like, you gonna let us get on this bus and send us out of there? Man, this crazy.
You remember? I don't know. It's like if you used to go to church, did you remember what was it called? Revival. Did you have a revival where y'all had to go away for like a whole week for
Oh yeah, no, no,
everything?
no, no. No. A
No.
week? Yeah, no, we went away for like 3, 4 hours at the most. At the most.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, they we
I
used
had it once when I went with my cousin to a white church.
A week?
It
Mm-mm.
was a weekend.
a weekend. How was it?
It was real white, but it was cool. You know how white people do stuff. No, for real, they did. I'm not even talking about the stereotypical white stuff. Like, just people. People say white people don't have a vibe and energy. They do. It's just so boring. You don't catch it. Like, they're just. It's
Yeah,
just.
that means they
It's
don't.
dry. It's just dry, but it's cool. They cool. Just dry. Just dry.
I
Like it was. We
different.
were in some type of campgrounds, and there was. I'll say domesticated forest everywhere, because real forest, so it was domesticated forest everywhere. There was a little lake, um, and we did some singing. It was white, but it was cute and stuff.
And stuff. Yeah, I
I
hear
just
that. Nah, I ain't going.
I don't
I
know why
mean,
my
I
mom
like
let me
biology
go.
class. I used to go to like biology camp during the summer and shit. And it was at like in Whiting. The place was called Whiting. That's crazy. At this college and shit. And yeah, it was plenty of motherfucking white people in that motherfucker.
Biology here to go to camps like that, you have to basically qualify. Did you? Is it like that where you are, or anybody could go to those
Yeah,
type
I
of?
don't know what my grandparents did. I just know I was, you know, they sent me to biology. I was worth it. Just put it to you like that. It's like I think he gonna learn some shit.
they wanted you to be a biologist. They was trying to set you up so you
I think I do.
they was like, we're gonna have a biologist, put him in that camp, you know?
Yeah, nah, I messed with it though. I really did.
No, those like I said, those camps are good. They used to be really good for kids, right? And it definitely build up their social skills. But that's what I'm saying. Like now, because everything is so safe, so unsafe, that our kids are growing up more and more socially awkward.
I mean, but I also think there's a reason for that as well. I agree, but I think they kind of have to be socially awkward because it's so unsafe to do anything. So they had to find a different way to, you know, have relationships, I guess.
Yeah, but this is the thing. They're not really even really having relationships because these children are literally creating a whole new life of who they
Yeah.
want to be on the internet with other people pretending to be who they want to be on the internet.
Yeah.
It's its
So
own little world, though, if you think about it.
yeah, right. So when it comes down to face reality, they're extremely socially awkward, even to the point where it can become an issue or problem on their jobs when they get jobs and stuff. You know what I'm
Good
saying? Like
point.
that, like I don't know, like I think it's we have to find a balance because the kids, like, just creating this whole universe thing is not it. Like the world, I understand, like you want attention. I understand that you want to feel special, and it's better to feel special and comfortable in your skin and all the stuff like that. But you have to understand that, that's not going to be everybody's responsibility, and I think that a lot of these kids don't realize that they have this entitlement that everybody is supposed to treat them, you know special, and
Facts.
it's priority before everything else.
Yeah. Fuck with that. Yeah, you definitely gotta have some character about yourself and just be comfortable, man. That's just the easiest way. Just know who you is, you know, and move in that confidence. Because once a lot of the times in these social environments, once they see a weakness, some type of insecurity, then everybody seems to, well, we damn sure ain't finna talk about me.
Right.
Sorry, but not sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, this shit over with, bro.
Right. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like I said, it just has to be a balance. I don't think we there yet. I think we can completely tipped over to one side. Like the problem used to be the cool kids. The problem used to be the bullies. The problem used to be the popular kids or the it kids and the it factors. And then now we went completely over to the other side of the spectrum where it's the quote unquote, it's the geeks, it's the nerds, it's the socially awkward, it's the one who has a whole lot of issues, insecurities, and things of that sort. And I just think that we just need to find that balance again, like, between the both. Like it shouldn't be just the extremes because we see what happens when we go too far left and when we go too far right. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, them facts. Them facts. You just can't get it right, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. You think that would be the easiest thing to do?
Hell, that's the hardest thing to do. Getting it right is the hardest thing to do. Because at this point it's like, what the fuck is right? You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta ask that question, like, what is right? And then everybody else's right might have a good real reason why that is right. And then now you have to agree on which right it is. It's a lot to think about.
Ain't it? Yeah. Now whoever right costs me less. Like yeah, he right. We go home to eat. Yeah. They
Like
gotta
I
You
go
was
like
home.
his
saying
right.
some shit, Suave, because you was paying hella attention to that game. You thought
All
you
my
was about
life.
to murk somebody through that wall, and
Did you
you
see
did
me?
it. Then you got God. But I agree with MJ. It is the hardest thing to do because
Man.
I can multitask. And no, she was basically saying that like it's really hard to figure out what's right because many people have their own reasons for what, like different ideologies, morals. So how do you figure out what right is?
Yeah. I don't know why stream y'all playing me. Everybody's right to them. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's like, I know I'm wrong, but still. Like, nah. Like you gotta let motherfuckers know when they wrong and why they wrong. Like you just mad because that's the biggest thing. But other than that, it's just meeting in the middle. Like, wow,
Can
man.
you play that back? I want to see from the other angle. You get shot. I want to see. Did he just sneak
What?
up? Like, he got God. It was hilarious because
Hey,
I
bro,
was
like,
really thinking he was killing somebody through that wall. I'm like, he must have got him. Then he left the room from where he was trying to kill the person,
it's
and
a
I
fact.
think the person he tried to kill murked him through the doorway. Like you trying to kill him through the wall,
I
he
tried
killed
to
you
peep
in
him.
the doorway.
That's
I'm mad she peeped that whole shit.
what I played her for. She said she fuck around. He ain't bullshitting.
He said, let me see that shit again.
Hey,
For real, I wanted the other angle. I said, let
thank
me
you.
see what he saw.
Thank you very much. Ain't it? Nah, I mean this game chill. I'll sit there and watch other people play it. I ain't gonna hold you up. I sure would.
Is this the game you played the last time?
Yeah, Rainbow Six, yeah.
I like to watch people play games. Not like over the internet. Like I like to watch people who are in the room with me play games. Like that's the best way to watch it. But if I have to, I'll watch like online. This game's kind of boring, but I get the concept. I've seen it in multiple games, and it's always funny to see people sneak around. They're playing hide and go seek with guns. These are all types of ages and ranges, mostly men, playing a game, playing hide and go seek with guns. Like it's hilarious
Losing our
to
mind.
me. I like it.
It's was it's what we call video man. That's exactly what it is. They're just playing manhunt on video.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they not running around in the woods doing this shit. But that's what we used to play when before these games came out. We used to play manhunt.
Ooh, nigga.
Well, party people, I'm gonna go ahead and get some sleep. It's really late. I'll talk to you later.
It is really late. Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.
All right, for sure, man. Yeah, we'll wrap it up, man. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all jumping on. You already know. Won that one. Black Power. We out.